And we are live. EJ Boxer live here, so we're gonna get into it straight away. No delay, no intro, nothing. Frank Warren confirms, confirms that the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury contract is legit. 2 fight things signed, and you're gonna hear from him. I haven't heard it yet, so I'm gonna listen along as well. So let's go.
First thought it was to be announced that we got an agreement. Everybody signed an agreement that there'd be no announcements unless they were joint announcements, and that came out of the blue yesterday. So we're all not happy, and but it's out there now. There's nothing we can do about that. It's out there, but there's a long way to go yet. As much we've got to sort out venues. Got a couple of venues we're looking at, and that's really where we are. I think it's the biggest fight ever in British boxing, bar none. Well, first we've got to look at it. You've got two guys hold versions of the world title, hold all the world versions of the world titles between them. Both Brits, as I said, and it don't get no better than that. It's massive. It's a major fight. Nothing compares with it. And I've been involved in some big fights over the years, but they pale into comparison of how enormous this fight is. And in world boxing, it's the same. Everybody wants to see it. You speak to anybody, I speak to anybody over the pond or whatever. All they talk about is when's the fight going to be on. That's the first thing you get out of everybody. This fight happening. Well, hopefully it's going to happen now, and everybody's wish will come true.
There you go, man. And there you go, man. Just trying to share it to people. Just trying to share it around. I'm going to run it back again. All right, let's run that back again.
First thought it was to be announced that we got an agreement. Everybody signed an agreement that there'd be no announcements unless they were joint announcements, and that came out of the blue yesterday. So we're all not happy, and but it's out there now. There's nothing we can do about that. It's out there, but there's a long way to go yet. As much we've got to sort out venues. Got a couple of venues we're looking at, and that's really where we are. I think it's the biggest fight ever in British boxing, bar none. Well, first we've got to look at it. You've got two guys hold versions of the world title, hold all the world versions of the world titles between them. Both Brits, as I said, and it don't get no better than that. It's massive. It's a major fight. Nothing compares with it. And I've been involved in some big fights over the years, but they pale into comparison of how enormous this fight is. And in world boxing, it's the same. Everybody wants to see it. You speak to anybody, I speak to anybody over the pond or whatever. All they talk about is when's the fight going to be on. That's the first thing you get out of everybody. This fight happening. Well, hopefully it's going to happen now, and everybody's wish will come true.
So that's all the doubters. I don't understand why people think that there's some sort of I swear I got Krieg. Mark Krieg, I swear I follow them. Right? I don't understand why people doubting that when Eddie Hearn said it leaked it out in America to ESPN. It was for a reason. All it shows is that they're the A side and they control it. Just run it back. Frank's not happy that he came out because he wanted to do a joint announcement, but Eddie Hearn pulls the strings. They're the A side. They're making it known that they're winning the ship. Let's run it again.
First thought it was to be announced that we got an agreement. Everybody signed an agreement that there'd be no announcements unless they were joint announcements, and that came out of the blue yesterday. So we're all not happy. And but it's out there now. There's nothing we can do about that. It's out there, but there's a long way to go yet. As much we've got to sort out venues. Got a couple of venues we're looking at, and that's really where we are. I think it's the biggest fight ever in British boxing, bar none. Well, first we've got to look at it. You've got two guys hold versions of the world title, hold all the world versions of the world titles between them. Both Brits, as I said, and it don't get no better than that. It's massive. It's a major fight. Nothing compares with it. And I've been involved in some big fights over the years, but they pale into comparison of how enormous this fight is. And in world boxing, it's the same. Everybody wants to see it. You speak to anybody, I speak to anybody over the pond or whatever. All they talk about is when's the fight going to be on. That's the first thing you get out of everybody. This fight happening. Well, hopefully it's going to happen now, and everybody's wish will come true.
There you go. We got further statements. What's up, Unrival? We got further statements, from Sky Sports. Adam Smith. Let me try and find Adam Smith. See what's going on. So that's Frank Warren himself. So that's why I put you on the screen. There you go. What's up, my rival? How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. How are
Yeah.
you?
So I'm all right, man. So a lot of people were doubting it. I don't know why, man. There was so much doubt earlier on there. There's people just doubting it, and I was like, people was killing me, like, it's not happening. And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, so Frank Warren's not happy that the announcement's come out, but he has to go along with it. What's your take on what you just heard there? And did you believe when it first came out that it was official?
Well, I've believed it for a while. I mean, the venue hasn't been done yet, and they have apparently on this contract signing they have like up to 30 days or something to get the venue set, and I think within that 30 days we'll have it set. I think it's pretty much between Saudi Arabia and Dubai, and I
Yeah.
think they weren't willing to commit money into escrow. The only reason I don't think they were willing to put that money into escrow is because the fighters hadn't signed yet. You get what I mean?
Mhm.
So now that the fighters have signed it, it's all done. Within the next 30 days, that'll all be sorted and we'll be fine. Now, I'm guessing in around mid July, and I'm guessing Dubai.
Yeah. But what I'm telling what my point was is that when it first got announced, did you believe it? Like, Eddie Hearn said it to Krieg, or did you believe it, or
Yeah.
like, oh, you did? Okay, yeah. Because some people were telling me like it's not a feel. I think this. I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's on Sky Sports and all the major corporate channels already, and this and that. So you
Mhm.
believe it's gonna be in Dubai? What's Fury? What do you think Fury's mindset is? He said he's gonna start drinking. It seemed like Fury dictated this. When he pushed them to do this. Because when they heard he was gonna start taking drinks and go and start drinking and that because he sent it back, they started getting worried that he's not gonna turn up. So that's why they kind of pushed his ahead, right?
I think no, I don't think that at all. I think he's been trolling the entire time. I mean, if you listen to that same interview, come on, EJ, you picked up on this. They're like, "Are you training?" No, I'm not training. When was the last time you sparred? Yesterday.
Mm.
He's up to his mind games, bro. He's back.
it, it,
He's
it worked. It looked like it worked as well.
yeah, yeah. Fury's mad, bro. Fury's mental.
Yeah, it
But
worked, man. It worked. They've pulled the trigger and they've got it in. But when I saw Adam Smith and these guys coming out, I said, boy, I don't know what people are on. I don't know what people think. Like Adam Smith, I mean, Eddie Hearn, yeah, it's funny because he done the report to say it was out, and then looks like it's out. But like, from Adam Smith has come out on Sky Sport, it's did. Did you hear? I'm gonna play Adam Smith. I'm not really interested in Johnny Nelson, so I'm gonna play the Adam Smith one for you guys. Let me hear anyone else listening. People, if you're just coming in, Frank Warren's confirmed it, and me and Unravel were kind of just giving our input on that. Let's get to his thing. Adam.
That was. And of course, last year we just.
Come on, Adam Smith. Oh, they call it Mr. Bean, innit? That's his nickname, innit?
yeah, missed that.
Biggest fights of all.
There we go. Go. Come on. Here we go.
We're certainly talking about one of the biggest fights of all time, aren't we? We're used to the waiting game in boxing, the unpredictability, the drama, the theatre, of course. But we know that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, sharing a ring at some point later in the year is one of the grandest fights, isn't it? Certainly, we've been covering boxing at Sky for some 30 years. We go back to Lennox Lewis fighting Frank Bruno in Cardiff in 1993. We had, of course, the Bruno-Tyson matches, the Lewis-Holyfield. We had Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson, which was one of the biggest of all time out in Memphis. We've seen Tyson Fury go over and beat Vladimir Klitschko. We've seen AJ and WK at Wembley. What a night that was. And of course, last year, we just saw Tyson Fury's wonderful performance against Deontay Wilder. AJ comes back against Kubrat Pulev. The stage is set. They are the best heavyweights on earth. They are both British. They are totally different characters, personalities, and styles, as we know. And I think it will be, probably the biggest fight we've ever seen. And we just have to wait on a venue. We have to wait on a date. But what we do know, what Eddie has announced today, and what we heard over the last sort of few hours, is that both parties, both Team Joshua and Team Fury, have put pen to paper for a 2-fight deal. They will meet in a ring. As I said, Jules, we don't know where. And now the process goes the next sort of month to find a venue. I think 9 countries are in the possibilities. You know, we think maybe it's Saudi Arabia, but we've heard Singapore, we've heard Qatar, we've heard America. You know, who knows with the UK come back into it as the restrictions begin to ease. So we wait and see. But yeah, I think probably in the summer, maybe in the Middle East, and then a rematch, maybe back in the UK would be good, wouldn't it? At Wembley or at the wonderful Tottenham Hotspur Stadium where AJ was going to fight Pulev. It's exciting times, it really is. And I'm so happy that both fighters have agreed to this. I spoke to them both recently, and I know AJ is already in training camp. And yeah, it's a fight that the world needs to see. And more importantly, it's the fight the fans have craved to see who is better, Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury.
Yeah, that's all we need to hear. That's all we need to hear. Unrivaled. So you're saying you think it's gonna be in Qatar or not? No, you're gonna think Saudi Arabia. Yeah? That's your
Saudi Arabia or Dubai. That's where I think it'll be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. EJ, can I jump? Yeah, you can jump in, man. No problem. I'll put the link in. Anyone when it's something like this, it's like a what's it called again? A global event. Now anyone can jump in, bro.
Of course.
I don't know you, but like I'll have you jump in and give your take in it. I don't let people jump in. After a while, man. All right, how you been anyway, man? What's been up to? What you been up to?
Yeah, man, I'm all good, bro. I'm keeping my head above board, just pumping away.
Yeah, do your own thing over there, man. In it, Marvin Hagler, boy. People are still trying to deal with him. We don't even know what killed him. His wife came out because she's not English. She don't speak English. People said the covert thing. I was like, to me, it didn't really matter. Like, no, obviously he passed, but people want to see what exactly caused him because he was fairly fit. He didn't look fit to me. He looked like to me he was overweight. And then I don't know if he was training or whatever, but you know, it's sad though. It was very sad though. You know what I mean? But someone who's dedicated like Marvin Hagler to pass away is crazy.
Yeah, I've no idea what caused his death. I just hope he rests in peace, man. Man's one of the greatest middleweights of all time.
Yeah, and people put it into perspective. Undisputed, not one belt. You know what I mean? I mean, not really because it was 2 belts at the time, but he was undisputed. That's when there wasn't many undisputed champions.
I'm pretty sure at one point in his career, I can't remember which year, he was the only undisputed champion in boxing.
Yeah, when he got the belt. Yeah, when he got the belt against Alamint, he was the only undisputed champion. You know
also the IBF. He was the very first IBF champion, not at middleweight, but just completely the very first one.
Yeah, that's a jump on the butt, man. All I'm saying is the guy the way he carried himself is how fighters are supposed to be. You know what I mean? Credit to the sport and stuff like that. I still feel that when he went against Leonard, he shouldn't have adopted the orthodox. I don't know why he did that. I don't know, for whatever reason he thought it was going to be an easy fight. They made him believe that this fight was going to be easy for him. You know what I mean? So other than that, he was perfect. He's blemish on his skin. But if that fight was a 15 rounds, I think it would have got to Leonard though. Yeah,
well,
50, yeah, you know what I mean? It would have got to him. I still think Leonard won the fight though. People are like, no, you didn't. But that's the argument between back and
I'm probably the only person I know who scored that fight a draw.
Oh, you scored a draw, yeah? Damn. Yeah. Well, you know, that's how it is. But the news is out, people. If you don't know, Frank Warner has confirmed it only 2 hours ago. There you go. My man just jumped in. What's going on, bro? Rob Gotti, yeah?
Yo, EJ.
Yeah, what's going on? I think you got my YouTube on in the background. If you put mute on that, how you doing, man? You right?
Mute. It's me. I just commented on a YouTube, but I changed my email address. That's why it showed up with a different name.
Oh yeah. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. Good. Welcome you over, man. I'm Rival, man. Say hello to my man Rob Gotti.
Yeah, what's up, man? How's it going?
What's up? I'm great. You sound Irish, bro.
I am Irish, yeah.
You're Irish. Nice. I was in Dubai. I met some cool Irish guys in January.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, what's up with this AJ Fury talk? Is it real or is it a hoax?
See, I told you I'm Rival. I told you what I tell you, bro. No, man, he's real. It's legit, bro. Like Frank Warren just came out now. This is 2 hours. It's like, did you hear it? Do you want me to play it again? Like, what do you mean?
I heard it yesterday. I heard Eddie came out yesterday with something, but it's they've been talking about this for 3 years or something.
No, man. Look. I'll play it again, bud. I'll play it again. I'll play it for you this now. Yeah, listen to this. Yeah.
First thought it weren't to be announced that we got an agreement. Everybody signed an agreement that there'd be no announcements unless they were joint announcements, and that came out the blue yesterday. So we're all not happy, and but it's out there now. There's nothing we can do about that. It's out there, but there's a long way to go yet. As much we've got to sort out venues. Got a couple of venues we're looking at, and that's really where we are. I think it's the biggest fight ever in British boxing, bar none. It's just, well, first we've got to look at it. You've got two guys hold versions of the world title, hold all the world versions of the world titles between them. Both Brits, as I said, and it don't get no better than that. It's massive. It's a major fight. Nothing compares with it. And I've been involved in some big fights over the years, but they pale into comparison of how enormous this fight is. And in world boxing, it's the same. Everybody wants to see it. You speak to anybody, I speak to anybody over the pond or whatever. All they talk about is when's the fight going to be on. That's the first thing you get out of everybody. This fight happening. Well, hopefully it's going to happen now, and everybody's wish will come true.
There you go. That's from Frank Warren himself. So, what do you think? Do you think it's happening now?
Sounds legit, bro. Sounds legit. Yeah, I think they signed the deal already, right?
Yeah, the deal's been signed,
so
man.
They
2 fights.
out the venues and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's what he just said. The venue still, but that's what we're speculating on now about the venue. What's up, Ned? You want to jump in as well? You can give your take. Yeah, that's what they're speculating now. But so let's get into it. Let's get into apart from the venue. Yeah,
bro, it's the biggest UK fight ever. Unification for all titles at the heavyweight division. For all titles, everything's on the line. Both fighters on their prime. Bro, it's the biggest fight the couple of last years. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. It's big, man. It's big in the UK. It's funny though. I'd love it, because it's the UK. I'd love it was a world fight. Like I'd have loved between Wilder and AJ, but that's that, isn't it? But what I'm saying is this. EJ always working. What's going on? My man, if you want to jump in, the link's there. No, what I'd like though, is if it was America, because America's involved. But America's gonna be involved, but it's not gonna be the same. Because them big fights in America, it's like the globe. But hey, for the UK, it's for us over here, bro, it's massive. It's massive. It ain't gonna be in the UK though. That's the shame, innit? Unrivaled. It's not gonna be over here, right?
I mean, I guess it's a shame, right? I understand, but at the same point, the fight's happening, and for me, like people of my age group, BJ, like they'd be 6 years old the last time an undisputed fight took place live, like a heavyweight between two champions to unify. An entire era hasn't seen it. You know what I mean? The significance is massive.
Yeah. So who you picking?
I've got an official prediction up on my channel, man. Like people keep asking me on their channel to give out my prediction, bro. That thing's doing views,
I got AJ winning the fight, man, by knockout, man. Within 3 rounds, bro. 3 rounds, within 3. We're looking at Hagler Hearns type of thing, bro.
Hagler Hearns, AJ in 3. I've got Fury round 8.
Round 8. I can see that. You see Fury in the late rounds, yeah? He's dangerous, Like late as the longer rounds go and he gets warmed up. Because remember, he's got ring rust. So he's got ring rust. So as the rounds goes on, he's gonna be shaking that off. If AJ wants to do him, AJ got to do him early, bro. You can't hang around with Fury. It don't make no sense.
I'm looking at Joshua's clinch game being a weakness, EJ.
Tying up? I don't think Joshua needs to tie him up, though. I don't think that's a good game.
No, I think Fury's going to look to tie him up. He's going to look to tie him in off AJ's jab and lean on him.
Yeah, that's what. If Fury starts doing that, then he can coast himself into the later rounds. Exactly. That's exactly what he needs to do. Because that way he can nullify with AJ and he can start sapping AJ's strength in it and into the later rounds. Because it's just the way it seems. Fury, if you look at him, in the later rounds, he was even giving Wilder that beat, even though he got knocked down. When he got up, he arguably won that round. That round he got knocked down against Wilder. And then when he went in the rematch, he was just on it. He was all fired up, bro. He came out firing. So this man is a man that if you let him warm up and get going, he's a problem. He's like an old train, you know what I mean? You have to put the fuel, you have to put the coal in it, you have to mix it together. By the time it gets stoking hot, it can go as fast as it can. But Fury, if AJ is gonna do him, AJ shouldn't hang around. to start putting it on him early. But I don't know if that's AJ's nature. To be fair, I don't know. I don't know if that's his nature. I don't know.
I got AJ winning the fight as well. I think he will stop him. And I heard Fury's back on the booze again, but with Fury, you don't know if it's real or he's talking shit. But he said he's drinking like a couple of sixers a day of beer, and once he's out of the cycle of training, he's in a bad place. So let's see if it's true or if he's playing us.
If he is
I think he's playing us.
I think even if he's drinking, it doesn't matter. He took drinks and lines of cokes and everything, and he still beat a Wilder. They don't care. That's not stopping his fighting ability. Still can fight. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but before the Wilder fight, he was busy. He was fighting Wall and he was fighting that, this and this.
He still drink.
But didn't he look lean? Didn't he look lean in that interview?
Yeah, on the MTK show, everyone's talking about how lean he looks, right? Everyone's talking about that.
I haven't seen it yet.
But he was wearing all black. Black makes you look lean, though. Black makes you look lean, but he did.
Yeah, but he was wearing one of those like tracksuits, polyester tracksuits, and they don't make you look lean. No matter what.
But is it true?
His legs always. If you look at Fury's legs, yeah, he's got a body like a pigeon, innit? His legs are always skinny, yeah, but his upper body's kind of big. But the tracksuit is black. Black always makes you look slim. But he did look lean. I'm not gonna. His face as well. He did look a bit lean. So I can't even deny.
But he did say he sent Sugar Hill back to Detroit. So what's the deal with that?
That's true. He did say he sent them back and that he stopped training. And then 2 minutes later, they said, "Well, when's the last time you've sparred or anything?" And he said, "Yesterday." So if he's not training, why is he sparring?
Yeah, because Ben Davis there, he's still sparring. Of course, he's still sparring.
But Ben Davis is not in his camp anymore, right? He's not in his camp anymore.
Who told you that? They're best friends, man. They're always
around
each other. Yeah,
I thought. I thought
Ben Davison's not his coach anymore, but he's still while Sugar Hill wasn't around for part of the lockdown earlier on, he was still training with Ben.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're good friends, man. He always does. When Sugar comes over, then that's it. He takes a step back and that.
What other fights are at the horizon other than that?
Huh?
What other fights are happening this time? The Chocolatito Estrada fight was fucking nice, bro.
We got thingy, Laura Sokoli's fighting against Kawaki this Saturday, isn't it?
They've been talking about like 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
But that's this weekend.
That should be interesting, isn't it?
Step up for
with the Chocolatito and Estrada fight, where you guys had?
Bro, man, Chocolito won the fight by like 2 rounds or something like that. But I don't really eat Chocolito. Arguably, might have lost the first fight, so they have a third fight. It wasn't that exciting.
Yeah, but
I like the women's fight.
Everybody's calling it a robbery. It was pretty close. It could have gone either way, but I had Chocolatito up as well.
Well, the score, because of the judges' scorecards, that's what makes it a robbery because it was so wide. But I think, I think they got it wrong. I think Chocolate won the fight though.
Yeah.
That judge with the 170 and 111 scorecard, EJ gave Estrada rounds 8 through 12, all of them.
Yeah. What's going on, bro?
I had the WBC invited him, so he has to take a stand now. Why did he score the fight that he did it the way he did? Yeah, but in Texas is always fishy, bro. Texas against the Mexican, bro, you have to kill him to get a draw.
Yeah, undisputed. Speak up, bro.
Speak your piece, bro. Just hopping on quickly. I'm getting a bit nervous now until we get the site day. Actually, I think I got a bit excited yesterday.
He's still skeptic as well. You're skeptic as well.
Hey man, when I hear Frank Warren and Bob Arum and all these guys talking, I'm getting nervous. Now as soon as we get this site, then I'm back on 100.
Oh my gosh. You guys, Adam Smith, Eddie Hearn, all of them have come out and said the fight signed. Like that's it's legit, man. You know what I mean? They just gotta find it. That's not gonna take long to find a date or a site. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope so, man.
Hey, you know what? I'm more worried. What I'm more worried about as a fan is how much they're gonna charge us. That's what I'm more worried about on pay-per-view.
I'm reckoning £50, bro.
Yeah, I reckon 50 minimum.
I'm not paying, bro. I'm not paying £50 for nothing. I ain't paying.
What, you rely on that stream?
No, because you pay if you pay £50, there's no going back. There's no going back. Bro. That's what they'll keep that. They'll keep that all the time, bro. I can't do that. It's not worth it.
How much would you pay for it?
I pay my normal price. Been
Which
paid
is
$29.95. That's how much we. That's the regulators. You can't be charging more than that. You know the thing is, yeah. You know, like
I'll give you the 20 on top to buy it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. No, listen to me, yeah. When they start doing that, yeah, it starts getting like America, where they start charging 60 and 50 for pay-per-views, and they can't go back. How are you gonna? They'll look at the number, go, look, they pay for this. We'll keep it at that, innit? We're gonna keep it, or we're gonna keep doing 40s. Like, no way, bro. You can't charge us. Why in this pandemic you're gonna charge us out? Everyone's gonna buy the fight. Why are you gonna just out and that rob us? Or no, why are you gonna rob us? And we have to pay our Sky bills as well. No, man. That's no. It's not. No. Just keep it standard. Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis was the same. Mayweather versus Pacquiao was the same. Were they bigger fights? So why do we have to charge bigger for that than this one? What's the difference?
When and who was the last unification fight in the heavyweight division?
Well, Mike Tyson versus
Undisputed, sorry.
That was a 10
The last undisputed unification was Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, November 1999.
Yeah, and how much we paid for that? That wasn't
a pay-per-view in the UK.
It was pay-per-view. It was. I paid for it. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, both of them were. Yeah, they were. Yeah, you have to pay for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A long time ago. I was 9 years. Bro, I was 9 years.
Yeah, paying for it. When you accept that, there's no going back, bro. There's no going back, bro. That's what I'm saying. You got to look at it. It's like, bro, they're gonna keep rigging us out, and then we're gonna become like America. It's like, bro, they keep charging us up. They keep robbing us. They keep robbing us and this to that. $59.99. What's my man saying?
But it's not that nice, bro. Without fans, without a stadium, it's bullshit, bro. The timing is bullshit. So it's not that nice, man.
You pay your Sky like nearly £200, bro. You're crazy, bro. That's madness for boxing. No way. They gotta have the. Listen, the only way to all right. Let me. This is the only way I can say guaranteed that maybe I'd think about it if they had the most sickest undercard ever. Like you had like Dillian White versus Deontay Wilder or something like that on the undercard.
Like Mayweather Canelo undercard was great.
Yeah, like if you had Canelo versus someone or Canelo versus, you know what I'm trying to say? Only if they put like a mad undercard under that, it was like, bro, it's worth the money. It's worth the money, EJ. Then
I can give you an undercard. Tell me if you'd buy it. Yeah.
Go on.
Right. So the bottom of the card, you got Buatsi versus Callum Johnson because this is a likely card. Then you've got Hrgovic versus Michael Hunter. You've got Alexander Usyk versus Joe Joyce, and you've got Joshua Buatsi versus Bivol. Do you pay 50 quid?
The only one I'd pay for is the Joe Joyce one.
Or Bivol versus Zordo, sorry, because
them ones, the Joe Joyce versus Usyk. Did you say Joe Joyce versus Usyk? Is that what you said?
I did, and I said Hrgovic Hunter.
Nah, I'm not interested in that one. But the Joe Joyce versus thing, that would make me consider. That one, along with AJ Fury, that would make me consider. I'm not really interested in the other ones. The other ones, like, yeah, but that one there.
What about Buatsi Callum Johnson? You're not interested?
No, man. That's what kind of? That's like a domesticated fight. That's not no big fight. That's not a pay-per-view card. If that wasn't a thing, that's not no worthy.
That's the bottom of the card.
It's not pay-per-view, or that's not even. That's nice though.
What about Katie Taylor and Natasha Jonas?
Nah, man. Nah.
But bro, is who is
right? You did like Cecilia. What's her name? Cecilia Brackers versus I don't know, Savannah Marshall or something like that. Then I could do it, man. You know what I mean? But like them ones there, nah. They're not getting me up. That's not making me. That's like a domesticated card. I'm not really. And Hunter versus.
You want to know my card, bro?
Go ahead.
I got Charlo versus Canelo.
Yeah, that would do. That might help out.
When Bivol versus Beterbiev.
On the undercard of that.
Yeah, that would be crazy, bro. They're all on the zone, right?
No. Charlo's PBC, Beterbiev is ESPN.
Yeah.
I mean, Canelo's on pursuit of undisputed. Canelo's fighting in the May. I mean, and then he wants to go undisputed. I mean, that guy's not.
Yeah, but
awesome.
he's not fighting on the undercard like Canelo. That's like
he's being like reality. Like there's a possibility. What the stuff he's saying that's actually a good possibility to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I said to you, yeah, like you have to have a Dillian White versus Wilder. Like I know that one there. If you could give me that plus Joe Joyce versus Usyk, I'm paying my money. I'll pay my money today. If you had them three there, I'm on it, bro. I'll be sold. But
I heard Dillian. Dillian just said Wilder without a belt is worth nothing. This was the only thing he had.
Yeah, bro, that would be sick, bro. Come on, bro. Dillian, they're upstage. Dillian White and Wilder probably upstage the whole card, bro.
Dillian still has to get through Povetkin, though, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just like that's the only reason why I did. But
when is the rematch?
It's coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, March 27th.
Nice.
2 weeks, man. There's a UK card. No, there's not a UK card this week. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
White winning that.
I haven't made my prediction yet.
I got White winning what against Dillian White against who? Against Usyk.
Povetkin.
Yeah, he gonna win that fight, man. He gonna win that fight.
I have no idea. I think it's so 50-50, bro.
He's too old, man.
Yeah, I know. I remember he was too old. He was too old in the last fight, EJ, when he got dropped twice, and then he got up and he knocked him into 7 hells, bro.
Ah, man, that's because
when he slept him.
That's because Dillian got indecisive when he got to the corner about what he should do. They wasn't decisive about what he should do.
I wonder how decisive he'll be knowing he can be put to sleep by this old bastard.
He's going to be decisive this time. I'll tell you that he'll be decisive, but he knows, that he didn't even wind up the punches the man was going down. So Dillian just needs to keep it tight and keep picking him apart then, but he needs to be able to open up. That's the only difference he did. He should have opened up on that round. Instead of coming out and touching his gloves, he should have opened up. Straight when the bell rang, came out, don't touch gloves, and just jump straight on him. That's what he should have did. He should have put it on Povetkin. He had the wrong mindset. That's the difference between champions, and challengers or contenders, bro. They finish the job. That guy's a legend. You need to be the legend killer like Randy Orton. Kill the legend. Don't be beating up. Right? That's what I'm saying, bro. You have to kill the legend.
Is your mate still the trainer, EJ? Is mate from IQ still the trainer of Dillian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Xavier Miller. I told him anyway. I told Zab anyway when I talked to him. Me and Zab was arguing, but we're not really arguing. We was having a conversation about it. Like, but he's got his own strategy. And also, I talked to Harold Knight on my channel earlier on, and Harold Knight's got his idea of what they need to do. I said, like, bro, they can make it. They can do whatever they want. Povetkin is old as dust. Man's gonna go over with the wind.
Well, I'm not touching that fight with a 10-foot barge pole. March 27th, bro.
Someone's
March 27th.
Who's typing? Who's typing in the background? Who's typing?
That was me still.
Yeah, you put yourself on.
Is it in the UK?
Yeah. The fight in the UK. What's up?
It's in Gibraltar, bro. It's in Gibraltar.
What's up, Jed?
What's up, brother?
What's going on, bro? Give us your take.
Nah, I'm just that excited, bro. I'm still buzzing over this fight. This is great for UK boxing, great for the world of boxing in general. It's a shame the fight's not in the UK, but as long as the fight's got made, that's all that matters. And yeah, I just can't wait for this fight, bro. I got Joshua 8-round knockout, but it's 50-50. Anyone could win, and may the best man win. I respect these two lads for life now for giving us this fight and giving us undisputed after more than 20 years waiting for this. I'm just so happy for the sport that this happened.
Big up to you, Jed.
Yeah, what's doing, Mark? How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, pal. I'm doing good. Yourself?
That's right, man. For the sport. That's what we needed for the sport. But it's now we're talking about Jedi. We're talking about the price, man. They're gonna try to rape us. They're gonna try to rape us on the price, man. That's what I'm not feeling.
What are they gonna charge?
Well, we're talking about $59.99 or something like that, or $49.99. You know what I mean? $39.99. They're taking the piss, man. I'm not really on that. What's A-Abs is back at it again. We all working from homies. Yeah. No. Let's type. Bro, this guy A-Abs is just a troll, bro. A-Abs only makes me laugh. He's always trolling, bro.
I'll tell you what it is, Jed. EJ's just being cheap, you know, man. Like, he's too pissed off. He's too used to paying $19.95 and $24.95 for his pay-per-views.
You know what? You know when they do that, I appreciate them making us do that because it makes us, as the UK, it makes us civilized, yeah? We're not paying like absorbent prices. All they do in America, they just rape the sport over there in America. In England, they keep it reasonable. respectful because I understand we got other bills. Like think about it, yeah. Other people pay for the football. They got football channels they pay for. Football's bigger than boxing. So why are you gonna, you know, what I'm gonna say to you? So that's what they made it that way. So you're not gonna check. You're not charging us that much for a month when people are paying for football and all that stuff as well. No way, man. No way. Eddie, they need to stop it. You know, stop doing that. Like
I agree with EJ 100%. But from just me personally, I'll be watching this fight in a casino. I'll be watching this in a casino with about 1,000 English people. All the English people that live in my city will be at the casino watching this. So I'll be surrounded by about 1,000 Brits.
That's gonna be sick, bro. That's gonna be sick, bro. That's gonna be sick. You know what I mean? That's the way to watch it. You know, that's the way. You know what? When we watch it online, it's the same thing. It's like we're all on the couch or something like that. We're watching the fight, and all our reactions is crazy, bro. Like, can you believe it? You know, that's gonna be amazing. The reaction on YouTube is gonna be insane, bro. What about the first press conference? Fury's gonna. I tell you what, Fury's gonna attack him straight away. You know that. I'm not even lying. He's gonna call him all kinds of names. Robot Flex, all kinds of names.
Joshua's got to bring up Nandrolone.
Nah, Joshua don't have it in him.
Yeah, he's going to. I'm calling that now. Check me on it. He's going to mention Nandrolone.
He's going to do the humble tip.
Eddie Hearn would do that. Eddie Hearn would say that, but I don't see Joshua doing that.
Yeah, I think
Joshua's been hinting at it, bro. He's been hinting at it.
Yeah, he might be, but Joshua's the corporate champion. He's not going to do that.
Yeah, I think Joshua should do what Steve Collins did with Chris Eubank. That's what Joshua should do.
He knows that's one of the very few things that pisses off Fury is the Nandrolone thing.
Fury's pissed off, that these guys made him wait, and the way they've been treating him. Fury feels disrespected, so he's just going to go hardcore, bro. He's going to go hardcore. I'm not gonna lie to you, he might say some shit, that might fucking rile people up and make people lopsided and say, you know what? I hope AJ doesn't. AJ, you know what I'm saying?
What type of shit?
Kind of sad. Such a big fight without fans, without a crowd.
Say that again?
Yes, but it's kind of sad without a crowd, without a stadium, and they're doing it in the Middle East. In the Middle East again, that's bullshit.
You know the funny thing about it, because this thing, I don't give a shit about that. You know the thing is, that's more for the money for the fighters. They get more maximum their money, and also for the experience of the crowd. But as long as we get in the fight, I'm good, man. Like, the thing is, what we're showing is that even the circumstances we're in, we can still get the fights going on. You know what I mean? Like, boy, we watch stuff at home anyway. Shit.
Yeah, but it's different with the atmosphere, you know? Like in football, when the football is playing without the fans in the background, it's bullshit.
When I've been to fights here, when I've been in the stadium, I was there when Dillian White knocked out Derek Chisora, and I was sitting there watching it, and I was watching the screen and watching it. The only experience is when you're front row, but to me, it's like sometimes I prefer it at home with my guys. We could interact, there's stuff we can talk about. You know what I mean? I was there, for working for the Boxing Voice at the time, and I was like, I probably prefer being at home. I prefer being at home, to be fair. You know what I mean? I guess it's an experience that some people most enjoy. If you're rich, and you can get front row tickets, I guess it's good.
But even when you're at home, you get the crowd, bro.
I don't really care about that stuff, man. I don't really care if people next to me got beer on them and throwing their beer on me and stuff like that. And so next thing you know, it's a riot. I went to one fight, Jamie Cox versus George Groves, and there was a riot in the stands, and thank God, I was with the media. Because everywhere else I looked, it was fighting. There was fighting all in the crowds.
There's always fighting crowds in the front row shots, right? Always, right?
The stewards, they never did anything. They sat there and they stood from a distance and watched it. People bleeding, people getting picked up and thrown across the. Nah, man, no. I'm not a big fan of crowd participation and Corona special. I don't like that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not really in that. So
when I went to the AJ Klitschko fight at Wembley, there was just fighting everywhere. I was like, guys, are you not trying to enjoy the fight, or you just scrapping?
Really?
Like,
Were they?
Yeah, man. In Wembley, just scrapping everywhere.
AJ, what are you talking about? AJ, really? In the stadium, they were scrapping.
In the stadium, yeah.
They never showed. And you see how the TV show stage, they never showed nothing, did they? They just ignored it. It wasn't happening, innit?
Yeah, it looked like a party there. Looked like a giant party. It looked like everyone was having a good time.
Yeah, that's what it looked like from the TV. And they was actually fighting. Why were they fighting? What were they fighting? Who was fighting? The Klitschko
family? So where I was, behind me was a Ukrainian man and his wife, and they were obviously just surrounded by Brits. So when Klitschko got the knockdown on AJ, they're like cheering, nothing too crazy. When AJ got the return knockdown, they were celebrating literally in the man's face. So obviously swingers straight up. Then I've gone
Yeah.
to the toilet. There's no queue for the urinals. So I'm like, what's going on here? Only queue for the cubicles. So okay, people want to have their little privacy while they get their sherbet on, whatever. Man are trying to get into the toilet. One guy saying I'm in front of scrapping again. I'm like, what is going on here?
Oh no! But that's something like little. I'm talking about crowds. Like I'm talking about gangs. Like look like gangs fighting in the stands. Was it that? Because that's what I'm talking about. Like that seemed like little.
When I went to the Okoli fight, there was a bit more of that, where it's like groups of guys going at each other.
Which Okoli fight was that?
Okoli, Isaac Chamberlain.
I was there. I didn't see no scrap. You saw scrap there?
Man.
I was in the crowd that
In
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I was sitting up in the bleachers, but I didn't see nothing down there. But I'm telling you right now, everywhere I looked on a Frank Warren card, there is mad fighting, bro. Jamie Cox, bro. Listen,
What then?
that
Billy Joe cards.
Your George Groves crowd, they were going in on each other, bro. That was mass mayhem. And I'm telling you, the stewards just sat back and watched. And that's the crowd, they didn't let bro. If I filmed it, if you wouldn't even believe what you saw. And they on the World Boxing Series, they never showed none of it. All they did, is focus on the ring when George Groves was on Cox. They never even showed none of it, bro. It was disgusting, bro. I was like, bloody hell, what is it? It looked like a riot in there, bro. And after they got beat up, everyone shook hands. You know, it is funny. After
they came over to the boxing shots.
No, after they beat each other, they all shook each other's hands and just walked out. I was like, fuck you.
Right.
Yeah.
At a kickboxing event here about 10 years ago in Queensland, like not boxing, kickboxing, two biker gangs had a fight. Five people got shot. And they had to call the event off. Five people got shot, stabbed. Yeah, it was like a massacre.
Damn, coming like a Kinahan event.
EJ.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
It's more like the football. It's more like the football crowd, right? They came over to the boxing. This was not real boxing.
Boxing fans and football fans are the same people, bro. You don't know. We got
but in the football games, it's pretty strict. You can go. You can do stuff like that in there.
Now you got boxing. Is it boxing club? Yeah, it's basically you might say is it boxing club is Arsenal. White Hart Lane Boxing Club. You might also say that's Tottenham. There's boxing clubs around football grounds. Yeah, like West Ham. There's no difference between West Ham Boxing Club and West Ham the football team. So they're there. That's how it is. They're both supporters, isn't it? The fighters go into the boxing clubs, isn't it? Bethnal Green. I don't know what football team they support. Maybe West Ham, Chelsea. I'm not too sure, but they go to the Repton. You know, that's how it is. That's how it is, man.
Josh Warrington's fans. I think they're all hooligans and that. Josh Warrington.
Leeds United, right? Leeds.
Yeah, Wigan. Yeah. See, Leeds. There you go. Yeah, they just that's the supporters. And Leighton Orient. That's Eddie Hearn's. Is Barry Hearns. That's when he sold the ticket. He sold it to the Leighton Orient fans. He's still got the same people. That's why they were able to sell out so many, because it was basically they sell it out to Leighton Orient fans, the tickets and stuff like that. You know,
you had Ricky Hatton with the Man City fans as well.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, Man City fans. There you go. That's
Man City. Yeah. They will travel with him around the world.
Yeah. That's basically you're looking at the same supporters. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then,
bro, I was here. The UK fans travel everywhere. I was here in the World Cup, right? I live in Germany. So in 06, the World Cup was in my town. Bro, half of UK was here, bro. They was causing mayhem.
Yeah, when the UK come out, and because you remember you got all the different. Now you got the football teams fighting against each other in England, but when they come out, they join together.
Yeah, they do.
Bro, they fucked up the whole city. They fucked, bro. They knocked out so many people in bars. That was crazy.
Yeah.
They jump from bridges. They jump from bridges into the river and stuff like that.
See, Fury. I don't know how big he's in Manchester. Like, you know what I mean? He's got supporters in Manchester, but I don't know, like, because some people, in regards to Fury, he's a traveler. And obviously, I don't know if he's got the backing of the whole traveling community, but he has got backing. But AJ's got more. What can I say? He's got more upper T class people. More classy people. And AJ's got more female fans than males. I swear, in my opinion. He's got so many female fans. He's like Oscar the Lawyer.
Female fans.
Yeah, so that crowd is going to be a bit diverse. But you see when it is, But they're lucky the fight's not in the UK, but probably why they fight where the fights. It's going to be rich people like Mayweather, front and center. All the rich people who got their private aeroplanes, they'll be coming to the fight. They're the ones going to pay like $3,000 for front seat tickets. They don't mind. It's nothing to them. That's change. It's pocket change for them. making sure they're going to be front center around ringside. You know, all the celebrities and stuff like that. I think they're going to do a tour, probably do a media tour around. Like they'll probably Prescott's London, probably do one in Paris, Italy. That's what I would do in Italy.
America, maybe America even.
Yeah, Las Vegas, yeah, Hollywood. You're gonna do it all around, you know what I'm saying? If they really need to get tours, they shouldn't just say this is UK. If they really want to get Maximus the money, they want to do a thing. They want to bring it up.
Yeah.
But what's America's really big interest in this fight, though? I mean, they're not Americans, are they?
Yeah, they should be though. It's the two best heavyweights. You know, who cares where they're from, what their passport says?
Yeah, America's like that though. But it's the same. Like it's the same like when Joseph Parker was fighting. Junior, what's his name again? Thingy.
Yeah, but I didn't even give a fuck about
Junior
that.
Yeah, but if it was too undisputed, I don't think people would still care though. I swear now, bro. If they was undisputed, I don't think people would care. If they both had the belts and it was for undisputed in New Zealand or Australia, they're like, I don't care, bro. It's not in America. It's like it ain't happening in America. It's like people just don't care. Like it's more big for us over here. Like. And this is what I'm saying. Like, if anything, America's like, well, boy, we ain't got no Americans in it. What are we watching for? They're just watching it for a boxing spectacle. But
it's a shame when Americans not involved. They take their ball and go home.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and that's what I kind of wanted: Wilder versus AJ. You know what I mean? That's the fight I wanted because it had both. It had something.
Still might get it. Who knows? You know.
Listen. Well, Fury did Fury win over any supporters in America? I think he did. I think he did.
I think he did a bit, not maybe not a lot, but a few maybe, you know.
Yeah. So maybe them.
Not like Aaron was talking, but he was talking like crazy bullshit, bro.
Aaron was like, "Hey, what did he tell the fans the other day? He told them to not. Another thing as well, you guys try to be careful with the F-bombs because YouTube don't play. They'll take away my monetization. So yeah, with the F-bombs. That's cool.
I'm Australian. It's part of our language, unfortunately. I've got to try.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, it's part of American as well. And you can use the bed, but because of YouTube, is the way it is. But listen, yeah. So Bob Arum just come up the other day. He said that all the fans could F off, and I was like, woo, bro. I was like, yo, what the heck's happened here, man? What's Clarissa Shields saying? We interviewed Clarissa Shields a few months ago, and they both bashing AJ. Oh yeah. See, they both. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. They were both there. Yeah. They're over AJ. Yeah, women love AJ, bro.
Yeah, Shields loves Joshua. She looked like she was going to cry when Ruiz beat. She looked heartbroken.
Who did?
Clarissa Shields when Joshua lost to Ruiz.
That was hard, bro. That was a hard beating.
Shields was devastated. She looked more. Yeah.
Yo, guys, are the photos of Ruiz real? Is he really that in shape, or is it like photoshopped again?
Nah, I think it's Photoshop, bro.
It's probably Photoshop, man. But Ruiz is a funny guy, bro. The money look like he's running out, bro. That's why he's back on it again. He's back on it. That guy was partying. That guy was champagne and campaigning, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro, the Vatos took him out, bro.
Yo, that man was lucky to fight AJ twice. It's like Marcus Madonna. He fought Mayweather with Tyson. That was it. He retired, bro. He retired. That's it.
Bro, for that money in Argentina, he's like the king.
Goes a long way. That'll last him a lifetime in Argentina. Ruiz lives in America. More costs more money for that lifestyle in America. You know. So.
Oh my god. He got AJ twice, bro. He got paid, bro. He got paid, and he was the champion, but I can't see that guy getting the belt. He's not dedicated enough, is he?
Nah, I agree. I think he's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. It was just one of them ones there. If you fight that guy, there's a way to beat him, and just stay away from him. That's it. That's the same thing what Andy Ruiz did. That's all you have to do to him. You know what I mean? He's not good enough. He hasn't learned his game to cut the ring off, and he's not dedicated enough with his body. Look at how fat he is. Fury, to me, still tries to fight like a young guy. That's why I feel he's going to get punched up. To me, he hasn't really adjusted his game. He went forward, yeah. He went forward against Wilder, and Wilder did underestimate him. But AJ's not going to underestimate him. AJ's trying to fight. This fight is the fight of his life. I mean, what AJ did with Klitschko in getting knocked down and the way he done Klitschko, I mean, Fury never did that, man. Fury never took chances like that. He just kept boxing him. He never really tried to say, yo, I'm going to try and meet you head to head in this stuff. He just, you know what I mean? He really just tried to just nick it and steal it.
But Fury broke Klitschko mentally. He never showed up. Klitschko never showed up for Fury.
Klitschko tried to cheat, innit? He tried to put... He got
They put on the meds. Yeah, that's what they do always, bro. With Pulev told the story. they was having meds like he was sinking and then he knocked him out. When was it? In the third round or something like that?
Yeah,
But
cheap.
They're
Fury
really
always
fishy.
bloody-
The Klitschko camp's really fishy. So there was nobody allowed at the press conference from Team Pulev, and they always have like slave contracts when you fight them. It was like that always.
Slave contract. You're funny, you know. You're getting paid though. What?
I think Fury always beat Klitschko. Fury had the style to beat Vladimir because he's longer. He can move a bit better around the ring. The feints. I think Fury would always beat Vladimir. It was just a bad style for him.
Yeah, you're right. But you see, you're right. You're right. But you see, Vladimir fought the wrong fight. This is where Manu Stewart is, because this is what I'm saying. When you fight when you fight in Fury, you have to cut him down. Now he's still trying to box him, the idiot.
Yeah,
I mean,
Vladimir don't fight like that after getting knocked out, though. He doesn't fight like that, you know, when he got knocked out by Corey Sanders. He stopped fighting like.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Klitschko is, you see what I'm saying? He's got that kind of cowardly nature. He just, you know what I mean? He didn't. Fury just bloody schooled him up. But Fury got in his head before the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About the hats and all that. But listen, AJ took more chances, and everyone's like, "Well, Fury can outbox him." I was like, "We'll see. Well, let's see, innit? Let's see." Because the Fury in his mind, he goes, "I don't even need sparring partners for this guy. I can beat him in one hand time behind my back." Like Fury is coming in well. He's coming in way too dismissive. He's just dismissing AJ, and then maybe he knows he's got the beating of him. I don't know. We'll find out.
Was it the scam for the second Wilder fight sparring? Who the fight?
What's the question?
Who was Fury's sparring partner for the second Wilder fight?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
So let's see who he gets now. Let's see who he's now for AJ.
Fury's one of them guys, yeah. Like he just don't care, like innit. He's just one of them guys that he believes in himself. He's a very confident man, and I think sometimes, yeah, he's not in reality. Sometimes, you know what I mean. Like what he said against Wilder was on point, but Wilder had a part to play in his disrespect of Fury. You know what I mean? Like he really in the first fight. The way Fury was fighting him, all he had to do is step. All he did was wild. He didn't purposely put his punches downstairs, right? Where the trainer Mark Braden. That's what you're supposed to do to Fury. You're supposed to steady his legs. You hit him downstairs, round after round, until eventually he stands there. So you can hit him. And what he did, he chose to chase him around, throwing bombs like an idiot. That's why when Mark Braden said he ain't learned nothing. You know what I mean? And AJ is the perfect student. It's the perfect student. If you tell AJ, this is how you beat him, this is what you need to do, and we need to stick by the game plan. You think AJ is going to deviate? He's not. He's going to do it exactly how you tell him. Exactly. And Fury can be beat. Before you do with Fury, you know if you get close with him and you can get loose with some punches, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. It's shown every single time. You know what I mean? And he's been hit by guys who got punched lesser power than AJ. Like this is the biggest. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is the biggest puncher he's faced him since Wilder or since Klitschko. Yeah, like AJ's punching power is criminal, but the only thing is AJ can fight, unlike Klitschko, he can fight inside better than all of them.
Exactly.
Than all of them he can. Much better.
Yeah, and he has crazy.
And he what? What'd you say? He cut out there, mate.
Cut out. I can't hear him.
Yeah, he's cut out.
Yeah, he cut out.
Yeah,
and Joshua fights backwards better than Wilder as well.
he's a more complete fighter. You know what I mean? His uppercuts are beautiful.
Yeah, Wilder doesn't throw any uppercuts. I've never seen Wilder throw an uppercut.
He doesn't know how to put his body shape to throw uppercut.
Yeah, he's not a student of the game. Where for AJ still trying to be a student of the game and still. And Fury really did just come forward. He's very good at coming forward, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna fight him." Right, and because what Javon Hill said, well, you got longer arms than him. Why don't you just go forward on him? But Freddie Roach said that to Ben Davis in the thing, and Ben goes, no, he's on the back. That's why, yeah. Something Ben Davis. That's why Ben Davis don't know shit. He don't know.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for world class boxing.
Yeah. But Ben Davis is a young trainer, man. I can't even get like he's a young trainer. He was over his head.
Yeah, he's only 27.
No, but he had Ricky Hatton, and you had to lean on. You know what I mean? You had experienced people to lean on. So. Like, listen to what they're saying. Like, Freddie Roach said, "Look, we've gone backwards, and it'll be better going forwards." You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was the argument. And then John Fury came out and said he don't know what he's talking about. He's a rubbish trainer because he got beat by was it not Pianetta? Was it who's the guy he got pounced up with?
Wallin, the Swede.
Wallin, bruv. That Wallin guy that's the time when his dad goes, "Going to get my son killed," because he made him fight in the back thing again. He's like, "This is a rubbish trainer."
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And Fury got cut up and he got banged up, and that's why Wilder had so much confidence that he goes, well, if he goes backwards again, I'm gonna beat him. But Fury, Javon Hill came in and said, "Yo, why are we going backwards for? You got longer arms. You just as powerful."
step
Go
forward.
forward. He made Fury believe in that, and that's why. But now this is gonna be on Javon Hill. When he had when he has Adonis Stevenson, he got Adonis Stevenson in hospital. He let Adonis Stevenson go into hospital.
Nearly got him killed.
Yes, thank you. You see what I'm saying? Going forward, you see what I'm saying? Well, maybe he should have been going backwards and boxing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I do think though.
Adonis was 40 in that fight, though. You know, so he was very.
Yeah, but there's still but you see the thing.
You have to adjust your style.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. But Hopkins was 40 something. And he was still in there in the
Hopkins was 50, bro. 50.
I think Adonis is like real aggressive. I don't think Adonis would change.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about. Like
you can't just be bombing guy.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about adjusting styles. This is what I'm saying. And he no time did he tell him, no, this is not working, bro. You know what I'm saying? You kept him walking forward like a mummy and just taking shots, yeah. And he was doing it against Buddy Jack as well. So what we're talking about is at the high echelon of the game. The fighter needs adjustments. As they get older, fighters need to be able to adjust and do the things better for them so they can be successful. Remember, it's all about being successful. Why are you going to keep doing the same thing? And that's what Fury did. So now what's Fury going to do against AJ? We know he's a good boxer. Is he going to come in? What if he comes in? He's going to turn southpaw on AJ. All right, turn southpaw on AJ. All right, let's keep it long. Yeah, but what if AJ gets past your long arms? What's he going to do? I'm going to tie him up immediately. What if you can't tie him up, bruv? What if AJ's ready for that? And AJ starts letting his hand go in there. You know what I mean? Or if you got a referee who says, if you keep tying them up, we're going to start taking points off you.
He needs to dig to the body, right? He needs to dig to the body. And
He needs to go to the body, definitely.
Yeah.
He's soft in the body, Fury.
All AJ got to do is fight like Mike Tyson and Fury's in dead trouble, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I can't see Fury winning. I can't see.
AJ can turn into
Fury
Tyson.
soft to the body?
Yeah, of course he is. That's why no one goes there. That's what I'm saying. Of course,
I ain't seen him get hurt there though.
No, because who's hitting?
Nobody went after it. Yeah.
I mean, I think he's susceptible to the chin more than the body.
AJ's wobbly as well, though. Don't get it twisted. AJ start wobbling.
AJ's more to the chin than to the body.
No, but I'm saying with Fury, like, look, if Steve Cunningham and them guys can hurt Fury to the chin, I think he's more susceptible to the chin than to the body.
He's susceptible. He's susceptible. I think he's susceptible all around getting hit. Because think about it, his MO is not getting hit, innit?
Which is good defense.
Yeah, because he's got long arms, man. When you're 6'9" and you got long arms, then it's like, bruv, you got to do a lot of things to get in there. You know what I'm saying? But when you get in there, bruv, it's plain sailing down here, mate. It's plain sailing. You know what I mean? So when Wilder landed on him, on Fury. The problem is Wilder is an idiot. He bro, instead of just going to his head, you should have went to the body, freeze the leg. That's what I'm saying. Like there's a sweet side.
But he doesn't have a boxing brain though.
No, he does. No, he has got a boxing brain, but he doesn't want to listen.
Let's get up.
Either or.
He fights out of emotion. He knows exactly what to do, but he gets emotion. He gets.
Wilder's regressed, man. Wilder in the Olympics looked like better as a boxer than what he did.
I agree. But he fell in love with his power.
Yeah. I think so, yeah. They built his whole game around his power, him and that Jay Diaz clown. I think they just...
Yeah, you're right. But he had to listen to them because he's trying to think. But when you start getting money around him and start get some Alabamans and his mad brother,
I don't need to train, I don't need to do anything.
Yeah, like his brother thought I could do this stuff as well. Look, his brother got leaned out. His brother got humbled pie, bro. See, this is what I'm saying. Coming with that, all these guys here, they think they can talk Tom and act big on the streets and talk bad and people intimidate on the streets, but in a boxing ring, that doesn't count, bro. Talking and acting bad, that's not the same, bro.
Doesn't mean anything. Right.
Yeah.
Looking at AJ, we've seen what's hurt him before. Is the Ruiz, the smaller guy who can get the hooks off outside of his line of vision and the temple shots. Yeah. Has Fury got any of that in the arsenal?
Nah.
I don't think so. He's
been working on uppercuts though. He's been working on short uppercuts. I think Javon Hill, they've been working on uppercuts as AJ comes in. I've seen it. Look, I'll show you. I'll bring it up in footage.
All right,
I'll bring it up in footage.
I think he could do a bit of that, but he hasn't got Ruiz's hand speed. I mean, Ruiz has got ridiculous hand speed, and the punches come from angles you don't see coming. To me, Andy Ruiz reminds me of that fight was like Corey Sanders versus Vladimir Klitschko. The punches just coming from so many different angles that just shocked the taller, dominant champion, you know?
So then I'm thinking, like, what's Fury gonna do? Is he just gonna be tying AJ up then? Like, or is he gonna dance? Like, because if he comes forward, I think AJ is gonna get him.
Yeah, he's gonna tie him up. He's gonna do that tying up shit. That's what...
Clinching will be a big part of the game, and Joshua will have to shut it down by uppercutting him, pushing him off, and hurting him to the body.
The referee's gonna be important then.
Turn the fucking sound off. There you go. All right, now look at this, yeah. Look what Fury's working on. This is the punches. Look at the uppercuts. This is what he's working on. See, this is why I always look at people when they're preparing, and he's doing it deliberately. Look, 1, 2, and then dig to the body there. That little short uppercut. That's the one for AJ. He'll bring it over. That's what they're trying. As AJ comes in, that's the little one you're gonna dig to the body. Look, he'll dig a couple of ones to the body. He doesn't really do it, but why? Because normally it's a straight punches. But as AJ comes in, that was whole AJ coming in. Look what he's digging to the body. See, look at this. This is what he's gonna do to AJ as he comes in. Because it makes sense though. Because remember again, you have to shorten your punches as he comes in, but that's you're gonna be in AJ's range though. You know what I mean? This is where he's gonna get. Yeah. Look. Look. Straight punches as he comes in. He'll throw a couple to the body. He'll dig them in downstairs, isn't it? And to me, yeah, you can do that, mate. But look at that. See, look how he's doubling up downstairs. That's what he's looking for. As AJ comes in, he's gonna throw a couple of straights, then dig downstairs. Right, I'll run it again.
I feel AJ moves his head decently though.
Yeah, but you see the thing. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When he's throwing the straight punches, AJ's gonna be out of his line of sight already, and it's coming in. Yeah, especially with his right hand. But that's what I think he's probably gonna try and tie him up.
And then as they're breaking, straight on the in body work.
Yeah. Look, he's been practicing medium range shots for AJ. See, because look, this is like Javon Hill when he came over. Look, this is what I want you to do. I want you to straighten up the punches and get mid-range and start working in the area. Because usually when you see Fury, he's just bouncing around, jabbing. But specifically, he's putting punches together now, close. Look, right here, look. See how it's close? He's going to start bashing AJ to the body. Look at that. That's what he's going to do to him, mate. I ain't going to lie, that was shock AJ, you know. that was surprising, you know. Because you know what? We don't think he's going to do that. You see this, what I'm saying? When I got this clip here, so yo. And I got this from George Fox. See the kid in the clip. He's been training with Don. That's Don Charles' son, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you think of Fox?
Well, boy, he's with Fury. Look, Fury's took a liking to him, and Javon Hill likes him as well. So with them lot behind him, he can develop pretty quickly as a pro. You know what I mean? But
I don't think he got much power though. I've seen some of his fights, and he's going the distance with proper journeyman.
He wasn't with Fury and things, so we're seeing it. But ultimately, them throwing punches and hitting the bag is one thing, but you know when people hitting you back,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, bro? Because all George Fox and them man there, Fury, when they get touched, their whiskers gets touched. It's different. It's a whole new different proposition in it.
Now we see the real man in you.
Yes.
Yeah,
well, how recent is this bid? Because Fury's gut
this is when Javon came over. So this is about
the gut is looking a bit.
This year, AJ, or last year? Was it still this year?
This is this year. It's this year.
Okay.
About 2 months ago.
Yeah.
If you look at him, yeah, Fury's legs, yeah. If you look at his legs, I'll get another angle. His legs are so when he was wearing that black tracksuit, he still looks thin. His legs are never really fat. It's just his upper body, really. His weight.
The belly's really looking terrible in this. Like it's just on the side.
He looks the same. And people, because he's wearing black. Black makes people look slim as well, you know. But he did look drawn. He looked drawn when we saw him on MTK, though. You know what I mean? He looked drawn. Look at that. I know what they're up to, you know. AJ, let me run it again. You can see Fury's nimble legs, long legs. So look at George here. Look how big George's legs. George has got bigger legs than Fury. You see it from another angle. Fury's he's got a lot, but they're skinny, man.
Interesting.
Fury, they ain't got no power. Look at his long, skinny legs, man. George's got beefy legs. No one's gonna let you stand there and let you hit them, bro. I'll tell you that for now, bro. What's thing you say? Bruce Lee, boars don't hit back. Look at him. See his legs. Look at Fury's legs. You look at that. Skinny, bro. They're skinny.
Hey, it was enough to do Wilder, though.
Yeah. Look. See that? Look at that angle. You see? He's most of his weight is this his upper body. You're right. It was. 100% it was. So
I don't know. As I said yesterday, man, I want Fury to actually have another fight before this fight. Like, obviously, I want the fight to happen. I just don't want any excuses. I don't want him to say he's been out for a year and all of that.
There's always excuse. Of course, he's gonna say that because you bum, you got me out. He's gonna make sure he comes in the press conference. Yeah, say you bums have made me wait out for an hour. I'm gonna make you pay. You know he talks. I'm gonna make you pay for keeping the year and a half. Yeah, you bums. You think I'm old. You think you've got me out because I'm gonna show you. That's why I'm the best. You bums. You got me out for a year. You fought in December. I ain't fought for a whole year. So I don't hear no excuses when I beat your ass. You know what Fury talks.
No excuses in this fight. This is for the king of the division, the best man win. I don't want to hear no excuses. Get that weak stuff out of here. This is find out who the best is.
All right, listen.
I agree, Jed.
Listen to Frank Warren. Listen to Frank Warren's upset that Eddie Hearn jumped, beat him to the gun. Listen to this.
First thought it weren't to be announced that we got an agreement. Everybody signed an agreement that there'd be no announcements unless they were joint announcements, and that came out of the blue yesterday. So we're all not happy, and but it's out there now. There's nothing that we can do about that. It's out there, but there's a long way to go yet. In as much we've got to sort out venues. Got a couple of venues we're looking at. And that's really where we are. I think it's the biggest fight ever in British boxing, bar none. It's just, well, first we've got to look at it. You've got two guys hold versions of the world title, hold all the world versions of the world titles between them. Both Brits, as I said, and it don't get no better than that. It's massive. It's a major fight. Nothing compares with it. And I've been involved in some big fights over the years, but they pale into comparison of how enormous this fight is. And in world boxing, it's the same. Everybody wants to see it. You speak to anybody, speak to anybody over the pond or whatever, all they talk about is when's the fight going to be on. That's the first thing you get out of everybody, this fight happening. Well, hopefully it's going to happen now, and everybody's wish will come true.
There you go, man. There he is.
Is this fight going to save Queensbury?
No, probably put all of the banners on top. But Frank's upset that Eddie had beaten, but Eddie had shown him that we're the A side, we can do what we want, and Frank Warren and Bob Arum have to play fiddle to him, innit? They have to sit there and wait for AJ. That's why I feel that when Fury gets the contract signed, he's gonna pull it on AJ. I'll tell you that. He's gonna what? They made me wait and they disrespect me. I'm gonna let him. When I get to the press conference, it's like David Hay when he was attacking Eddie Hearn in front of Belly. You know what I mean? But it didn't really work that way. He's frustrated. Oh, Fury, he's frustrated, and so is Frank Warren. But listen, mate.
Well, now it's confirmed. The mind games can go into overdrive. Watch.
Yeah, 100%.
The mind games going to over. Like I think Fury's gonna come in the traditional Nigerian abada to the press conference. That's what he's gonna wear.
He's gonna wear what hat?
He's gonna wear the traditional Nigerian clothing to the press conference. He's gonna be living rent free in AJ's head, man.
Oh, wait, that would be cool, man. I think AJ will laugh and think that's cool, man. AJ to me, it's hard to. I think anything gets to. If you talk about his family or his mom, then like most people, that's question.
Yeah. White was in there though. White was in his head.
What did White say?
Well, I don't. He was just taking it to the street, saying, "I punked you in the Klitschko camp, etc., etc."
Yeah, but you see that was all. I don't know if he got to him. It seemed like he got to him. But he did it in the fight because AJ was grinning across the ring, innit? You see? If you got someone's head, AJ would have come out pure. He would have came out kind of hesitant. He didn't. He just came straight on it. He was well on it, bro. So
he let his guard down, though. And got clipped. He let his guard down and got clipped. If he was fully concentrating, he would have never have done that.
Yeah, but he knocked them. Yeah, but AJ knocked them down like 2 times before that happened.
Then he got clipped with that left hook, so that is true. AJ did rush in a little bit, but then again, that was one of AJ's most devastating performances.
That knockout was brutal.
One-sided, bro. Dylan didn't even win one, bro. For a man talking all that talk, he never won 1 second of that fight, bro. Apart from that hook, and that was it. You know what I mean? And
if the second round was longer, he could have got stopped though.
He said he went. When I talked to Dylan, I talked to him after that fight. He said he went into that fight with injured shoulder, so he was getting rehab. So Dylan's body, because he's another one. He's overweight. He talks a lot, But the funny thing about these guys all fat and all that, they've got big mouths in it. Ruiz, Dillian White, Tyson Fury, all these overweight guys, they've got mouths in a minute, right? They're all overly. To me, they're more overly sensitive than old Flex or Andy Joshua, isn't it? Andy Joshua's a body beautiful, isn't it? He sits in the mirror and all he does is just want to push weights and look beautiful. These guys, when they see him, I don't know what it is. Does he make them insecure?
Yeah, yeah, they hate on him a bit, so you might be right.
Yeah, and he gets women. He gets women regularly. Like, you know, Fury's wife, when she's AJ, she might go, oh, bloody hell, mate. That would do. You know what I mean? Imagine AJ gets in the press conference, you start waiting for Fury's wife. That would kill it. You know, imagine, oh, hey, bro, that's what you call living in rent free. You know what I mean?
Also, though, like, what's your opinion on this? AJ's not recovered from the Ruiz knockdown that people have been saying on YouTube. Like, I thought the Pulev performance was pretty decisive, but people are saying he hasn't recovered. He's still tentative.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably, but I think that's
maybe
good.
A little bit, but
maybe. But I think that's probably why, because he's got more to lose, isn't it?
Yeah, like we said, when Vladimir got become a bit more safe, he become harder to beat. So that doesn't even necessarily mean, you know, Joshua's probably cleaned up a few of the errors he was making and not being as overly, like, not being as reckless. So it might make him a harder fighter to beat at the same time, you know. Like,
but did you see demons in there though? I don't think I saw any.
I wouldn't say demons. No, I wouldn't say demons.
Yeah, people talking about that stuff. Yeah, it's like if you're fighting that you could lose and you're going to get criticized and slated in the press, bro, it might make you think a bit differently, you know. Because in one move, and man, look at AJ. AJ's never been criticized so much in his life ever. The amount of disrespect he got from the media and from boxing pundits and people around him, he needs to quit and this, that, the other. You know, it's probably the backlash of that. But you see, AJ, he's in a nice, peaceful space right now, you know, and all he cares about now, if you notice, he's not trying to talk on social media. He just want to know who I'm fighting, when I'm. What does he say? Let's talk more action. That's what he's on, bro. That's what he's on. So he doesn't really care what the critics say. But one thing he does bother about is the respect that after the fight that the pundit didn't give him respect after the fight. I mean, straight after his fight with Pulev, he don't even say that Pulev, the action was a good fight, great knockout. The man straight away just goes, when you're gonna fight Fury? It's like so disrespectful. You know what I mean? So disrespectful. So I think in a way, to me, AJ's like, bro, I'm the unified champion. I just got my belts back, and you still not giving me the credit I deserve. You know what I'm trying to say to you. So so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
But when he becomes undisputed, or whoever becomes undisputed, they're going to get all the respect. They're going to get all the adulation.
I don't think AJ will never get respect from none of these guys there.
Well, undisputed.
Yeah, same way. What? Terence Crawford never got no respect. No one gets. These people. These guys are pro haters, bro. Like, real talk, they're never going to be satisfied, bro. Even Larry Merchant, yeah, when Hagler, yeah, he beat Tommy Hearns, yeah, he goes, oh, finally now maybe Marvin is one of the greatest middleweights, bro. Before that, he never gave him no respect, none. These are prime haters, bro. Like, not even going to England and getting bloody bottles thrown at you and winning the belt in them circumstances. Man, they won't give him no press. They go, who's Alaminta? It's like, are you dumb, bro? That's what I'm saying. It's just, I don't expect them to get any respect from the critics. I think only respect you can get is from your peers, your boxing peers who look at you, and the fans. I think these journalists, they have agendas. I wouldn't listen to any of them, to be fair.
Well, even if you don't get the respect now, which you should do, it will be like, we'll look back on a career, and on paper, he would have done everything that was expected of him. Like, looking back at Lennox's reign now, you're just like, yeah, he's done everything we expected him to do. He cleaned up and he was the true number one. So when we look back at AJ or Fury, whoever gets the dub, we're going to say, yeah, you did everything you were supposed to do.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. All of them, yeah. All of these guys, even Wilder, all of them are going to get credited. No one can tell me nothing, bro. Like, people talk about Wilder, this, that, the other. It's just people caught up on the fanfare, but I've been around boxing for a while. On the Mayweather, Pacquiao, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, and so forth, stuff like that. And then it's just to sell the fight to make money. Like, anyone's a fool to be overly on one side or the other. All I can say as a fan is, is that I want to see a great fight. And when a great fight happens, I don't care. Like, if I watch Klitschko versus Joshua, I know the belt's on the line. But am I watching the belts, or am I watching the actual fight and say, oh, you know what, that was a great fight. That fight had me on the edge of my seat, which it did. That's what I've always watched fights for. It's never been. I understand you're the best in the division, but I want to see the competition you face again. How did you get over adversity? That's the thing that drives. And AJ getting off the canvas and beating Vladimir in them circumstances in London and Wembley. Oh, mate, that's one of the best things ever for us as the UK. And you know what I mean? I'm sure over Ned in his country, you got Jeff Fennick, and you had, what's his name again? You have what's the other one? Jeff Harden. You know, when he came to England, when he came to America and won the belts, yeah? And everyone's got their kind of thing. Costa Zoo, yeah, and then over in Australia, right? You got certain people from wherever you're from say that was my guy, you know what I mean? Regardless of it, he made me proud of my country and he made me think, and that's what this is about. But in the mains of it, did we watch? Did we enjoy it? And that's what people going off of this thing is entertainment.
All them fighters you mentioned, EJ, that they were all in my father's same team. My dad was in the same stable as all them fighters you mentioned.
Wow.
Plus,
Yeah.
Marty, yeah. All trained out of the same team.
See, those are all the legends of Australia. You see what I'm saying? And you see them
Game of
guys there.
Champions.
Yeah. Like Mike Tyson's still good friends with Jeff Fennick up to now. You get me? These are all like guys, and you see the peers. That's what I'm trying to say. Their peers like Jeff Fennick, he respects a lot of guys. Peer like fighters, like regardless of the critics, they all love like me, bro. You can't. It's hard to say a bad word to get Mike Tyson in the ring. Now, when he was out the ring, we kind of like that's Mike, yeah. But in the ring, Mike was a savage, and it's the same with any other fighter.
And he cleaned up. He did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly. He did, right? And this is what I'm trying to say to you. So when all these people start criticizing, it's like these Larry Merchants, Jim Lamleys, and this Gareth A. Davis and this and that. And it's like, bruv, who are you though, bruv? You're making your name by keep talking about a guy, but let's get it right here. We live in an age of information. I don't need to go to Gareth A. Davis to get my boxing knowledge. You know why? I can get it from EJ Boxing Live, get it from my man Ned Carl, I can get it from Rob Gotti, I can get it from the Undisputed Champ, I can get it from anyone I want to YouTube. I agree with. And then not only that, I can go on your channel and or I can be in your comment section actually say, no, I think you're wrong about that. And then we can have a debate, have a conversation.
Talk about it, chop it up.
These guys, you can't have a debate with these guys there. These guys are just programmed to say what they have. There's no backwards and forwards. If Gareth A. Davis came in, he'll get murdered, bro.
He couldn't hang with us, bro. He couldn't hang with us. He wouldn't know.
He'll just start talking about Ricky Hatton.
No, he'll get because if he came over here, we'd chew him up so badly.
If I said to him, tell me, break down what Mike McCallum did against Michael Watson in that fight. Yeah. What did he do? He wouldn't know what I was talking about.
See, MMA, if you talk about MMA and Bruce Lee and mixed martial arts, he's good at that. He knows that stuff because he actually
a little bit. He doesn't know. Yeah, he's still a bit.
He's mixed martial arts.
He's just a face, man.
No, his nickname is the Warlock, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. But he's jumped onto boxing because MMA is not popping off no more. That's all he's done. But he made his name on MMA because I watched MMA all the time, and that's the first time I ever saw him. But then he's realized boxing is better. So then what he's done is latched onto Fury. If you go on his YouTube channel or if you go on his Instagram, all you see is pictures of Fury. He hasn't got none with AJ, right? He interviewed Dylan the other day just to try and mean like he's impartial. But you're a Fury guy. Now, when your guy goes down, like Conor McGregor, he was a Conor McGregor guy. Now Conor's gone. Now, what's he doing with his life? You see what I'm saying? That you're such a fanboy of these fighters that when your guy goes down, where do you go in life? Like Larry Merchant was a big fan of Mike Tyson. He was. That was his guy, you know. Anyway, and that was his idol.
And Pacquiao.
No. That's Jim Laptease, right?
Larry Merchant didn't like Pacquiao either.
Nah, he didn't. He
liked him, but I don't think not.
He loved Mike Tyson, bro.
De La Hoya. Larry Merchant loved De La Hoya as well. He loved Austin.
De La Hoya as well, right? They love them kind of guys who want to be in front of you, mano a mano, right? And anyone who didn't fit into that category, like Parno Whitaker, Mayweather, they used to get rinsed. Yeah, like anyone used to never fit into that category. He hated it, and he's like, "Well, boy, you're British." Like, and there was no one to say, "Yo, Larry." There was no one obstacle apart from Roy Jones every now and again used to rinse him. And Manuel Stu wasn't really confrontational. But we live in an age of on our YouTube channels that we're very confrontational, and we will pull it on you. We don't believe, we don't believe that what you're saying, is right. Who's that? Gotti. Oh, 1 minute. Everyone muting everyone out here. For the background, everyone's doing their background stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We live in an age where we can confront some of these people who put stuff up there and we disagree. But I think we live in a time where it's much better. And I can watch boxing the other day. I don't need to put the commentary on, man. I watched commentary the other day on the Zone, right? And I was listening to the Carissa Shields. No, not Carissa Shields. I was listening to the Jessica McAllis versus Christina Brackett. The bias.
Oh no, you got to turn it off, man.
Oh no, the bias I heard, the way they were supporting Cecilia Brackett, it was unreal, bruv.
Yeah, you got to turn that off.
No. I wanted it on because I wanted it on, and I was like, how are they allowing these people on TV? Josh Christian, he used to be with WWE. And it's like someone's told him a script just to pump her up. I was like, bloody hell. And the Cecilia Brackett, she's so warped. She goes, after this, we should have a third fight, and I think we should have at 147. I was like, are you done? Like, you just lost like twice. Yeah. Like, where are you going in your life? Yeah, And who's lying to? You see Abel Sanchez, who said black fighters don't sell. He's in the corner lying to her as well. It's like, and what about Clarissa Shields fight? She's fighting the girl, and the guy in the corner is lying to her as well. It's like, where are these people from, bro? Like, what's in their heads? Why are you lying to your fighter? You're getting beat, you know. Like, why weren't they just told them the truth and say you get your ass whipped? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the honesty? You know, fighting.
Well, that's because the trainer don't really. That's not their number one person. So the trainer's not going to tell them the real. If it was their fighter that their number one fighter, they're going to be more real because they want to get the win. But they don't really care about these guys.
Nah,
Who are you?
They want the money.
I've got my check already. Like, come on.
Yeah, because the fight. If you keep saying nice things to a fighter, he's always going to be friends with you. When you tell him the truth, the fighter don't want to be around you. You know?
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question. Is Josh Taylor with DAZN or who's he signed with?
No, he's with ESPN, Top Rank.
And
so is it possible to get the Taylor Ramirez fight on the undercard?
No way, no chance.
Nah.
That's uncut. But Taylor's advisor's the fella from Ireland. That's his.
Kinahan.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to say his name, bro.
That's his advisor.
Yeah.
Hey, Jed, what did you think of that far? I know you said you did rate it, but that far Parker fight, I thought far won. I don't know. Like.
I've been honest with you, brother. I still haven't watched it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
I heard it was a terrible fight.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah,
horrible.
I heard it was shocking.
Parker's, but whoever's picking his fights, yeah, they need to.
Parker's boring, bro. Parker's very boring fighter. He's one of the most boring fighters.
No grit.
No, he hasn't.
Whoever picked, he's declined so badly. Yeah, I don't even know why. Like, I don't even know why you can call yourself a fighter. Like, bro, some of the fights he's fought, yeah, it's like, bro, the opposition has been so subpar. Like, real talk, it's just like he's gone down and down.
Yeah. From Fury, all downhill.
He was up there,
bro. They gifted him the belt against Ruiz. You remember that? That was like
that was a close fight, though.
I don't think so. Ruiz couldn't cut the ring off, and Parker. Look, it's hard to say that because he's in New Zealand. Yeah, there's a vacant belt. Like, you know your way. You got to put a bit more effort to take the belt.
You kind of need to get the knockout.
And look at Josh Warrington, yeah, and the Mexican kid, yeah. What's his name, Lara, yeah. That's what you got to do. You got to take it. You know what I mean? And if it comes up in the air where it's a close fight, then the guy's gonna kill it. I wouldn't say that he robbed him. I say like it was a close fight because Parker was winning rounds. You know, it wasn't like it was a what. And you see Parker versus Takam. That was a good fight.
That was a close fight as well.
See, that's what I'm saying. So Parker's it depends on the opposition, isn't it?
Did you hear about what happened to Parker though? Did you hear about the last few days?
Yeah, is he in a drug ring or something? Like, what's going on?
They can't charge him. They can't charge him, but he was investigated back in 2019. And the other three guys that were the main suspects, they got found guilty this week. And Parker was the fourth one, but they didn't have enough evidence to charge him.
That's why I think they left him. That's why Barry left him.
So they got alleged they sent 20 kilos of methamphetamine from California to New Zealand.
Yeah,
that was what the charge.
What's in his gym bag?
Through the mail. They'll send them through the mail, apparently.
Yeah.
And they got Parker to do the transfers, like the bank transfers and that.
Well, allegedly, yeah, but they can't prove that because he hasn't been charged. You know?
Crazy.
If you see the three guys that were got arrested, they look like some bad motherfuckers. You should see them.
What's up, boxing? It's an island now in New Zealand.
Yeah. But where Parker's from like South Auckland. That's like how I don't know about now, but like how Brixton was in the 80s. Like that's
rough,
like rough as bro. The Polynesian brothers just.
Man said it's the hood.
Yeah. With South Auckland, you just got like all the Polynesian brothers they're hitting each other with machetes, fighting all the time. They're crazy. Yeah. Wild brothers.
I can see that. But you see the thing is, whatever's happened to him, he's softened up though. Because I'll tell you what, when I was at the press conference when Dillian was fighting Dillian White, and Dillian, this is what Dillian White did. This is what Dillian White said to him. He said, bruv, even if you think you beat me, you haven't beat me because, bruv, I'll be waiting for you after the fight. And Parker goes, what do you mean? Waiting for me after the fight? I'm just letting know. This is what he said. You think you're going to leave my city and beat me? Yeah, you got nothing coming. And Parker took it as, what do you mean you're going to beat me up outside? You're going to wait for me outside the fight or beat me up after I win the fight. But it messed up his head. All through the thing he was thinking about it. He's trying to be friendly with Dillian. And
Yeah, I know
Dillian,
Parker himself is a nice guy. You can tell.
yeah, you see, and see
He's
Dillian,
probably
yeah.
with those other guys.
Dillian threatened him in such because he did it to Lucas Brown as well. He threatened him. He put something in his head, and Dillian messed up his head. So because I was there looking at Parker, and his team didn't even know what to say because it was so road and so street that Parker was just trying to work it out. He goes, "What do you mean he's gonna get guys to beat me up?" And I can see him thinking in his mind, "What, he's gonna get guys to beat me up? Oh, this guy's crazy, mate. This guy." I was laughing my head off.
That's what I mean. That's why I think he was influenced by other guys from his area that got him involved with this, because Parker himself, you can tell, probably grew up as a square,
Yeah.
Grew up as,
Yeah,
that's just a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'll probably say, like, hypothetically, like, allegedly, they probably were like, "Oh, you move big amounts of money overseas, so it won't look controversial if you move this amount of money inside the other purses that you move from America to New Zealand, etc." Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly, yeah. I think he just allegedly was probably a nice guy that fell in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah. Big dude though, should be able to handle himself.
Yeah. A lot of big boys in New Zealand though.
Hey, this weekend we got Lawrence Okoli versus Christoph Kawaki. I mean, anyone interested in that fight?
I'm interested.
I think it's a great fight.
Okoli fights are so boring. I don't know why he makes the fight so ugly to watch. They're ugly to watch.
Coley's got a big step up. I think it's a good step up.
Yeah.
Usually Okoli is boring to watch, but this last fight he did improve. It was like a little bit entertaining.
I can see him tying. I can see him tying up this kid all day.
If Okoli starts clinching, I'm turning off.
Nah, he's gonna start clinching because Kawaki's small and he likes to fight up close, innit? So that's what
no one wants to see that.
I thought it would be a boring fight. Bradis versus Coley. They'd be clinching the whole fight. Him and Marius Bradis.
Oh my god, no, yeah, that'd be a horrible fight.
Yeah.
Yo, what happened to Moline? I heard he fought again, right?
Yeah, he needs to retire, bro. They shouldn't sanction him down here anymore. But it's so.
Did he got knocked out?
Yeah, 1 round. The boxing commission.
Which Molina? Which Molina?
Anthony Mundine.
Oh, Anthony Mundine. Oh, he got knocked out. Who did he lose? Who did he lose against?
Zarafa.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Mundine's from the same area as me. He's from my area, the same neighborhood. Yeah. But he's got to retire, bro. He shouldn't even be sanctioned.
Oh, is that bad, there?
Yeah, man. He knocked out in 1 round.
Yeah, well, he needs to stop it. I mean, he stopped Shane Mosley. Did he stop Shane Mosley? I think he stopped Shane Mosley. That was a good look, though.
Yeah, that was easy. Shane Mosley was well past it, though. But
yeah. But that was a good look. He should have stopped by then. You know what I mean? He got beat by Joshua Cotty, innit? Joshua Cotty came over.
He dropped him like 6 or 7 times. Yeah. but he did all right, Mundine, because he didn't start boxing until he was 25. He was a rugby player that took up boxing at 25. So
that's good.
All right.
Yeah, you're right, man. That's what I'm saying.
Didn't he do that reverse like world champion, that maybe like 160, 154, going backwards or something?
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, but they're all like paper titles. He was never the man.
No. What, regulars and that?
Nah, but maybe not. A few were like belts, but he was never the best at any weight class.
Okay. Yeah.
Jeff Green, innit? Jeff Green.
That was somebody. Yeah.
The Green Machine.
But he's, I hope he just retire because he's very strong very strong Muslim brother. So hopefully some fellas at the mosque and that, other brothers in the Islam brothers can speak to him and tell him to stop boxing. Yeah,
that's the shit. Yeah, because it's them. That's what I'm saying. Like when you see boxers, who told them to stop, man? When do they know to stop? People, there's always someone around them saying, "You can do it, champ. You can do it, champ." There's always someone around them telling them lies. Shame. But what else we got this weekend? Let me see what else we got this weekend. We got Arthur Butterbeef versus Adam. Was it Danais or whatever his name is?
Germany. He's from Germany.
The guy, is he? Yeah. So it's in Moscow.
Yeah.
ESPN fight that's happening. The Zone. Virgil Ortiz versus Maurice Hooker. Oh.
Whoa! Nice fight.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah,
I think Virgil got it. I think Virgil got it.
I think Virgil too. I think Hooker might be slightly out of there now. Slightly, but I think Virgil's got this. KO.
Maurice Hooker's done, bro.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he's slightly out of here.
Yeah, he's done, man. He's done.
Yeah.
He's just, go on.
Yeah, that's a good fight for Ortiz though, because they're both from the same city in Texas. They're both from Dallas, so that's a good fight probably for the local area. You know, good domestic fight to grow Ortiz's profile in Texas. I think so. That's a good fight for him at this stage.
Yeah.
I've been jealous. Texas have been getting like decent fans in during the pandemic, and like atmosphere looks all right. Whereas over here, we've been getting these sort of dull, sterile shows.
Yeah. But England's still kind of, I don't know what's going on over here, mate. It was a lockdown. I have no idea. What's it saying on are you in Australia or New Zealand? You're in Australia, right?
Sydney, Australia.
Yeah. What's it saying over there into the pandemic? Are you locked down or they
We're not bad, you know. All our bars are still open, most shops, everything's we're pretty
It's just us.
What about amateur boxing? Is it back to amateur boxing?
Yeah, my brother fights on Sunday. My brother fights on Sunday.
Lips, bro. See
out of my gym here, Outlaw Boxing. That's our boxer gym me and my father own, and my brother's out of the gym. Brother's fighting out of that gym on Sunday here. So yeah.
See, what do? You train fighters or you just train in the gym?
Yeah, no, we train fighters. Yeah, we got my brother's fighting this Sunday. You know, amateur fight.
Okay,
nice. And what weight?
Yeah. That's
what
why
weight
I'm
does
come
it
to London, EJ. We'll hook up some sparring.
Yeah, that sounds good. You know, that actually sounds good. Yeah. All stars. Yeah, come down.
Edward.
100%.
You asked him what weight? You asked what weight's your brother?
My brother's a super middleweight.
Okay, that's what's 175, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because in your weight, we don't have middleweight over here. We don't have middleweight. Do you have middleweight in your weight class?
Yeah, we got middleweight. Yeah, got middleweight, super middleweight.
What's your weight middleweight? What's your middleweight? What's the weight is that kg?
We'll see. Yeah. Well, you do the kilograms as well.
Yeah, we kill it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, we don't have middleweight. What they did in England, they stopped middleweights. So we have 169 at welterweight, and then we do super middleweight.
Is it 165?
169.
Yeah, so it's down
69, not 169. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so I think 175. I think in pounds. I think that's light heavyweight.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's super middle.
Super middle in the amateur.
Yeah.
But is that's in UK?
Yeah. No, actually, yeah, because cruiserweight is 186. No, you're probably right. You know. No, hold on. No, yeah, it's super middleweight because middleweight, yeah. Because 169 is welter, so then it should be. They got rid of the 73, 70. I think it was 72. That would be middleweight, and then they do 75. That's what I'm saying. So 75 would be super middle, so it's super middleweight. So we don't have. There's no middleweight class. We don't have it no more.
I think we've got 72. I think we still got 72 here. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you still got 72. See, there you go. Because what it is, they got rid of it, right? And so we don't have what we do. We do catch weights between that weight. But everything from everything from 69 onwards we do. But I don't know why they got rid of that. But I think they did it because of I think the Olympic category, they don't have no middleweight. They have that kind of thing as well. So
you're still training fighters, CJ?
Yeah, man. Amateurs. Yeah. Like that's
nice.
I don't train them don't train them regularly though. But it's like you just train them like probably once every 2 weeks. Once every.
You got someone turning over to the pros.
No.
We had Jeff Fennick in a gym a couple of months ago. EJ, he had his prospect Brock Jarvis. He had him in our gym doing the pads and that. Yeah.
Jeff, man, that guy.
So what you are from Australia, right, Jet?
Yes, brother. Yeah, brother.
So what do you think about Tim Tszyu?
Yeah, I saw him fight. Jake, not his last fight. The fight before Jeff Horn. I watched that front row. I was sitting there like front row, right up close. He looked real good. I like watching him live. He reminds me a lot of his father, but he doesn't hit. He hasn't got his father's power. That's the only thing. He's missing Costa's punch. He doesn't punch.
But it's pretty good. I think it's the next big thing from Australia, right?
Skilled. He's got skills. Yeah, like I said, he reminds me a lot of Costa. The way he controls his opponent, the way he gets around the ring, but he doesn't punch like.
He's pretty athletic. Yeah, pretty athletic.
Yeah, he's a good prospect for sure. But he needs to step up.
I like the way they're building him, though. I like the way they're building him. I think that's what I'm saying.
Is he with Tabrank?
Nah. I think they're working with Aaron, but he's still with a promotional company here. For the last, not 100% sure, but that's what the last I heard. You know.
Okay.
Are there any more fights for him in Australia? Like, has he not cleaned out there now?
Got to get out of there, bro. That's what I mean. He needs to step up now. I think it's enough fight. He fight.
Yeah.
He's
Jeff
got to
Horn
step
was
up
like
now.
the last beast to get over, and that's it.
He cleaned Australia out.
That was a good fight, though. Jeff Horn been teared down. I tell you what, Jeff Horn, yeah, he can relax though, but he beat Pacquiao though, bro. No one can take that away from him.
Yeah,
yeah, he beat him. Everybody was talking shit, but I had him beating Pacquiao.
Yeah, when I watched the fight was closer the second time I watched it. The first time I watched it, I thought, yeah, he beat him. But when I watched it, it's like, bro, the fight was actually closer than I thought. But
he roughed him up real good. That's how he got the fight.
Yeah, he busted up Pacquiao, but Pacquiao was in the fight though. It was a close fight, you know what I mean? I think
it was pretty nice because it was like in the noon here in Germany, and in Australia it was like midday. I don't know. It was nice, but to see a fight by lunch, not in the morning. Like
we're almost Wednesday here now, bro. It's 11 o'clock Tuesday night. That's how far ahead we are.
You know what? Yeah, from England, yeah, to get this, the other side of the world. You know that, bro? To take a plane to Australia. It's like, was it 12 hours or something? 12 or 20 something hours, you know? It's unreal, bro.
Tell you what, brother, it doesn't stop English people coming here, though. This place is filled with English people.
Yeah. They're cousins, man. We're cousins, man. They're cousins, man. You know what I'm saying?
I spoke to, I spoke on a few panels. You know Lady Chan? You know Lady Chan?
Yeah.
She told me she performed a few festivals here and there. So next time you come out, tell me, she performed.
Yeah.
Where you from in Australia?
She's a cool girl, bro. She's a good lady, Lady Chen. Cool girl.
Yeah.
Where do you live, Jet, in Australia?
Sydney. Yeah, I'm from South Sydney area.
Which big city is next to that?
No, Sydney, bro. I mean Sydney.
Sydney. Okay, all right, Sydney.
Not the capital, but the biggest city. Yeah, South Sydney.
I know. I heard something else. Sorry. My brother was there. My brother was in Australia.
Okay, yeah.
On holidays.
Robbie, where you from, bro? Where you from, Robbie, man?
Me? I'm from Germany, bro.
What Germany? What city?
Don't sound German, though. You don't sound German, bro. You're talking.
I'm not German. I'm from
I didn't say that. Yeah, I know. When you said it, yeah, it's like I should know you're from Germany, bro. You don't sound German.
Frankfurt, bro. Frankfurt, but I'm East African. I'm from Eritrea.
Oh, Eritrea, yeah. You speak Deutschland, huh?
Yeah, ich spreche Deutsch.
You speak okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I was born and raised here, bro.
A lot of the Turkish very strong in Germany, eh? The Turkish very powerful in Germany.
Yeah, a lot of Turks, a lot of Arabs.
Yeah, Turks.
I heard that. That's where
the food, bro, is crazy. They have the best food ever.
That's off Abraham's from there, isn't it? That's off.
He's Armenian.
Yeah, I thought Abraham is Armenian.
He's Armenian. Okay.
Yeah, he's Armenian.
See, because
you got Ajit Kabayel. He's Kurd. He's from Kurdistan.
81 big in Germany, eh? You know what I'm talking about? 81.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh man, well, you know how the world goes round, but the fight is official. All we're waiting for is a date, bro. As soon as the date gets kicked off, I'll be back on it again. As this thing, I mean, it reminded me of the Mayweather and Pacquiao, right? As soon as that thing was on, I was on it every minute. Everyone's like, it's not gonna work. I remember people saying that Pacquiao, Conor McGregor's not gonna happen. I was thinking Conor's gonna probably illegally kick Mayweather in the head, but it went ahead, and Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. People still wasn't sure until the fight was actually officially announced. You know what I mean? It happens all the time.
What happened to Mayweather and that YouTube guy?
I don't know which guy you're talking about.
He was supposed to fight this YouTube guy, right? This Jake Paul or his brother? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. What you told me? You told me. I don't.
Is it?
No one interested in that shit, man.
No one.
I know it's just a circus, but there was.
I don't know why people call things a circus, man. It's a fight, man. It's just exhibition. You know what I mean? Mayweather's not a professional fighter no more. Like, he does exhibition fights. It's that's what exhibition fights are still a fight. Someone's gonna win and someone's gonna lose. If you want to pay for it,
I'm not interested.
I watch it. Listen. Anyone's getting punched. Listen, I watch MMA. Anyone getting punched up, yeah. And I used to watch wrestling. I watch wrestling. We used to have our own wrestling companies over here, yeah. And then when obviously the WWF came along, I watched that as well. Like anything to do with two combatants, I'll watch it. Even verbal exchange. When people are arguing, I like. You watch on TV and you see two pundits debating each other, you watch it like, you know what I mean? I like combative stuff, man. You know what I mean? But you know, as long as it's kind of like not one-sided, it's all right. You know what I mean? Now they were saying Mayweather and Pacquiao was an exhibition, but then De La Hoya said he'd fight Pacquiao, and I was like, huh? Didn't you call it a circus the other day? But and then I was thinking, and then they were talking about Canelo. Was it Canelo? Who was the guy who lost the other day? Oh, they were talking Conor McGregor was gonna fight Canelo. If Conor McGregor got through the fight, they were talking about that, and they was actually making it legit. You know, De La Hoya, I said to myself, some of you guys are hypocrites. Because you know what it was? When they saw the numbers come in, it's like, I'm going to diminish Mayweather, but if I do it, it's okay. It's like, are you crazy? Like, come on, man. Stop it. That's the,
Canelo would take Conor McGregor's head off.
And you know that?
Off the shoulders.
You're not 100% sure about it, though, are you?
It's going to be a bad knockout.
You know what's funny about boxing? You know the funny thing about boxing? You never know, innit? If I told you Mike Tyson,
of course we never know. Of course that. Yeah, but it's I think it'll be a bad knockout.
When anyone you got two guys going in, I don't know, man. Like, you know, the thing is, everyone's so sure. Like, I could, if I sat here and told you everything I say is right, and you have to believe me, then boy. But you see, the thing, you have to leave room for error. You know what I'm saying? I say you just never know it. You have to do. Yeah. So when I look at these sort of things, I have to weigh in seriously on the build up, who they with, and all that, and then I can make my real accurate thing. But just off the head, you'd think Canelo would knock out Conor McGregor, right? But okay. The thing is, yeah, go on.
With that logic, then obviously, when let's say Canelo can't, like, when I try to overanalyze it, I was getting, maybe Khan can do this, maybe Khan could do that. But my first gut instinct was like, it's going to be a Canelo knockout, and that's what happened. He literally went in there and got the Canelo knockout. So when I'm looking at the McGregor thing, I'm not going to overanalyze it. I'm just going to go with my gut, and my gut is, he's gonna hurt Conor McGregor badly and knock him out.
yeah, of course, isn't it? If that happens, then fine. But what I'm saying is that in making any assessment, this is why I look at it. It's like, let me look at the two of them, right? Conor McGregor, he got beat by Mayweather, but then was he overly getting thing? Most people say like Conor got some round. I didn't think Conor won in one round, but against Canelo, he should be able to get smashed, innit? But he got knocked down in MMA, so that fight's never gonna happen anyway. So Jake Paul, he's a joker. Like, again, Mayweather beat the shit out of him. Mayweather beat the shit out of him.
MMA as well, or just
Mayweather broke the Big Show's nose. Like, you know what I mean? So where's anyone going with that? Like, he literally broke the Big Show's nose, and that guy's a huge man. You know what I mean? He gave him a couple of remember WrestleMania, and the guy's
but 3/4.
Yeah.
Man, like Mayweather.
Yeah. And the funny thing, he done WWE, and everyone's like, whatever. And then when Tyson Fury done it, then what? You know what I'm saying? So everyone's trying to maximize their earning potentials in different markets. That's what I feel.
Yeah. And you know what? I rate Fury for doing the WWE thing, because it would have opened them up, as you said, to a new market. I think AJ should do something like that as well. Well, get the exposure, man. Like, when you're in your off season, go and do a quick couple Raws or a couple Smackdowns and then come back.
Nah, don't need it, bro. Don't need it. He don't need to be gimmicking. Fury needs to do that, because if Fury's not earning that much money, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're earning that much money with AJ, why do you need to gimmick out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think he could do it.
You got corporate sponsors around you. Like, allow the WWE, bro.
I don't know, man. If we look back on it, if Mike Tyson went and did a quick SmackDown on Raw, everyone would have been like gassed off it. So I think AJ could do it.
When he had Pepsi and Coca-Cola backing him, there was no way. Reason why they go into these markets is because their money is going down in it. So it's just another way of earning more money. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, they will fight guys because people want to still see him lose. So they're like, okay, they still want to lose. I'm gonna fight the best in MMA. WWE. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But Mayweather, before he goes there. Yeah, but Mayweather goes there. Before Mayweather goes there, he made sure he beat the biggest and baddest. I mean, look at him. Look how short he is, and he beat Big Show. How is he at 5'7" beating a 7-foot guy?
Yeah, obviously, he signed it in his contract. Like, I'm not coming to WWE to lose. So set it up.
Thank you. He might do me a bit, put his hand around my neck and make me look like an idiot. But I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna hit him in his face, and I'm gonna beat the Big Show. You know what I mean? And that's what people pay for. I paid for that WrestleMania because of that. And when Tyson Fury went on WrestleMania, I paid. No, it wasn't WrestleMania. It was a show or whatever. I
like
made
a
sure.
SmackDown or a Raw or something.
Yeah, well, no, it was a pay-per-view event, but I made sure I watched that as well. You know.
Fair play, man. I just like to see them, man. Just build your name as much as possible and just make this fight as big as it could possibly be. Like, make sure no other big fights are around the same weekend. Make sure the undercard is good and just come in good shape. And let's get the fight, man. I just want it to be as big as possible. I want to tell my friends, I want to be like, yeah, Fury AJ fight's coming on, and I'm guaranteeing you it's going to be a good fight. Like, that's what I want to be able to say.
Yeah. Well, guarantee we have to sit and wait, man. But anyway.
So
You guys-
when is the Taylor Ramirez fight happening? Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez.
I think there's a date.
He's gonna
It's
get
pretty-
punched. He's gonna get punched
Pretty
up.
tough fight, right?
He's gonna get punched up now. Well, he should. I reckon Ramirez is gonna wash him in it. So
You think so?
yeah, of course he is. Why? Because he
Taylor's tough, bro. Taylor's tough.
Yeah, but who's his trainer? It's Ben Davis, man.
Oh, but he has a nice amateur background, so I don't know. Let's see.
Ain't gonna help him, bro. He didn't beat Regis Progress either.
He whooped him bad, bro.
He was
He whooped
cheating.
him bad.
He kept cheating and was pushing him. He did what Ahmed Khan was doing.
He did what he had to do. It's a ref's job, bro.
Bro, let's get to the crunch. Who are you picking? You're picking Josh Taylor, innit?
Yeah, I got Josh Taylor.
I know you are. So
I'm
why you
picking
just say
Taylor
that?
as well.
Why you just say that in the first place, bro? He ain't gonna win because the Wiggins are not with him, bro. He's not gonna win, bro. Like the McGuiggans are not around. Now. They don't want to help build him. You understand? The
But
guys
bro,
who-
look at his resume, bro. He whooped some pretty
yeah,
tough guys.
when he's with McGuiggans, he's not with them no more. So why is he gonna win?
It's Ben Davis in his head, trainer.
Yeah.
So are
Ben Davis
you
is the
rolling?
trainer.
Yeah, Ben. You see, you didn't know. You don't know.
I
Ben
didn't
Davis.
know,
Is
I
right. Yeah, I know you don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why he's not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the setup. I don't like
Ramirez is with Garcia, right? Robert Garcia.
Yeah, look how many champions Garcia are. And look at his camp. Garcia's always got like the top boys, like from California. They're always in his gym. Like,
Ortiz is Garcia fighter as well, right? Virgil Ortiz.
Yes.
Joshua Franco. He got a lot of champions.
Bro, listen. Man, like Finger's gonna do him, innit? Man, like Finger's gonna do him. Right?
Well, is the fight happening in the UK or in the US?
I reckon the US.
I reckon that
Yeah, because he's on BT Sport ESPN, innit? So it's probably going to be an ESPN fight.
Yeah.
But that's for all titles, right? 140?
Yeah, everything.
Wow.
Undisputed.
Nice one.
Listen,
These undisputed fights are actually happening now. It felt like they didn't happen for so long, and now we're getting like a few.
Yeah, and they not a lot of back and forth that happened right away, right?
Yeah, like we got the Crawford undisputed. We're getting this undisputed. We got the Usyk undisputed. The
Everyone
AJ
undisputed.
Fury undisputed. They're kind of happening.
What's up with cruiserweight?
Yeah, like the Usyk, he was undisputed at Cruiser, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes,
We're
nice.
getting
Nice.
we're getting
Looks
these
nice.
undisputed fights.
They're happening.
yeah, things are
Hopefully,
popping
Canelo
off.
can get one at super middle.
You reckon?
Well,
Canelo's
Plant wants to find his pen.
Canelo's the man right now, right?
He's gonna get punched up as well. He's gonna get punched up, man. He ain't fighting top opposition. You know what I mean? So,
Ooh, Caleb.
Caleb Plant you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Caleb Plant. So he, you know,
He's all right, but I think Canelo will whoop him. Easy.
yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Caleb might
Yeah.
actually use his height and reach, unlike Callum.
It don't matter. Canelo already fought at light heavyweight. He beat Kovalev, bro. He absorbed different type of punches. So
Already, though.
yeah, let's see.
Kovalev
But I
is
heard
giving up on the sport.
Benavidez is a clown, bro. He said like Canelo's number one at super middleweight, but it's close second. So how do you say another fight is better than you?
The negotiations between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury had put pen to paper, and so the heavyweight showdown, bigger than any event
I'm just gonna play this for a bit, though. You guys as listeners.
in British boxing history moves a step closer. How significant, we're about to discuss. Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn telling ESPN in the United States that there's been a major effort on behalf of all parties to get the deal over the line, but significantly no date has been set. And Hearn says that regarding the venue, there have been offers from the Middle East, Asia, Eastern Europe, and the United States. All of that we've heard before. Negotiations around the venue, around the date, still to be finalised, still hurdles to be overcome, Steve, but the indications are positive.
Negotiations since the middle of December, Mike. It was close, and then the rumours were that one guy wouldn't sign, then the rumours were that the other guy wouldn't sign, and there even appeared to be last week a suggestion that it wouldn't happen. Tyson Fury said last Friday, it's not happening. I'm back on the booze, he said. And suddenly last week, Alexander Usyk, a Ukrainian, he was going to be fighting Joshua. It was a smokescreen. Well, it appears to have been a smokescreen. What we know at the moment is that it's signed. And you can tell from the enthusiasm in Eddie Hearn's words that this is different. This is different than last June when Tyson Fury said, it's on, I'm fighting Joshua twice in 2021. This is different than all of the false starts. This is real. But let me ask you, Mike, it might be real. It might be real in Eddie's head. It might be real in Tyson's head. It might be real in Joshua's head. I'm going to ask you, is it going to happen? Are we closer? Is it real? Is it genuine?
Steve, I've been saying to you all the way along that the best that we can say while negotiations are ongoing is that the fight hasn't been called off. But I do think that this development is significant because it means that they can now get down to the details about the date and about the venue. And that's why I think there is genuine increased excitement around this particular announcement. I know there's a general feeling elsewhere in boxing that not much has moved on, but I think the fact that they can now leave everything else behind in terms of negotiations, whatever clauses in contracts were proving to be stumbling blocks, we're now down to the date and the venue. Those are still hurdles, as I said, and COVID is still a factor, Steve, because also since we recorded our original podcast today, there's been an announcement that England's remaining T20 cricket matches against India in India will now be behind closed doors because of a surge in cases in the state of Gujarat, where they've previously had crowds of around 60,000 for those T20 matches. And we've heard, Steve, among the few certainties that have been released is that this fight, or fights, if it is a two-fight deal, will not happen behind closed doors. So the venue and what's happening in the venue will be absolutely key. Take, for example, Saudi Arabia. The Middle East, I think, is what most people believe to be the favourite in terms of likely venue. Saudi Arabia last week had single-figure deaths every day of last week with around 300 to 400 new cases. Now, I don't know, will that be deemed to be safe for boxers and a huge crowd to go there? When you go to Saudi Arabia, if it's going to be June and July, I just can't see how that can happen outdoors, given the temperatures, given the climate there at that time of the year. If it was to be a purpose-built outdoor event and an outdoor venue, like there was for the Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz rematch in December of 2019, it just wouldn't have been possible for anyone visiting from outside of Saudi Arabia, and even for the locals to have been able to sit there in the temperatures that they would face in June or July. So there are still hurdles, Steve. That's why, yes, I am getting excited, but you know, I'll start doing my cartwheels when we get a date, when we get a venue.
Well, we're told we might get those by the end of March, and I can assure you and all cricket fans it will not be in Gujarat. Trust me, it will not be there. It will not be a T20 ground somewhere in India. That's a fact. Take that from me. If it is in Saudi, it could be, Mike, in late May or early June. If, as the plan is, to announce the venue and the date by the end of this month, and we're in the middle of March now, and it could be in the middle of the night. It would just be about bearable in May and early June. It would be really hot. But Mike, here's the thing, and you know this: the actual pound, the the money that's taken on the gate is irrelevant. That's a tiny little, in this particular instance, in a tiny little arena. It could be inside with 10,000 people, with fantastic air conditioning. It could be outside a bit hot with 8,000 people, because the actual take through the gate is not going to affect the type of money that's needed to make this a reality. Bob Arum obviously wants it at the Allegiance Arena, the Las Vegas Raiders Arena, 75,000. That's not going to happen. They can't commit to that anytime. Plus, it's hot in Vegas in the summer. It's not going to be in the UK because we can't commit to 90,000, which is what we need here. So that means it's going to be in the Middle East. China's been thrown in there. Nigeria's been thrown in there, and he likes to do that. It just spices it up, sexes it up a little bit by naming other countries. It's going to be in the Middle East, and if it's indoors, Mike, it doesn't matter if there's only 3,000, 4,000 travelling British fans indoors. It's irrelevant. The money comes from the coffers of a government. The money comes from one of the branches of the government, some kind of sport and cultural branch, whether it's in Dubai, whether it's in Qatar, or whether it's in Saudi. It's that money that matters. So don't get hung up on the size of the arena, or don't get hung up on the size of the arena, Mike, or the heat. Trust me, it won't be outdoors in July in the middle of the afternoon. Of course not. It probably won't be outdoors in mid to late June anywhere in the Middle East. But it could be indoors with, I don't know, 6,000 or 7,000. That's my gut feeling. It's the money that's put forward by the quote-unquote co-promoters overseas.
Yeah, but I was more concerned also, Steve, in talking about COVID and how that relates to a crowd, not necessarily a crowd of 60,000 turning up like they've been at the cricket matches so far. I'm talking more about visitors to that country, and generally whether two huge parties, two huge camps of the boxers, all of the attendant media, and yes, the fans that would visit from either neighbouring Arab states or wherever, and we're almost assuming that the fight's going to be in the Middle East. But I'm just saying that COVID, Steve, will be a factor if wherever it's meant to be is not coping with outbreaks in the way that other parts of the world, such as Britain and its success with vaccinations, is. That's the point I'm making. And that's why I think there is still this degree of uncertainty and why we're still waiting on a date and on a venue. And I think, Steve, we're running out of time for it to be in May. For a fight of this magnitude,
I agree,
they're going to want a long lead in to build up those pay-per-view figures. If they're not getting the money on the gate from ticket sales, Steve, that they did, for example, in the rematch between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder last year, which generated $17 million, then that money will have to be made up in pay-per-view sales. And then that becomes key as to what time of day the fight takes place at. And I think that's important as well. When Joshua and Ruiz fought their rematch, they made their way to the ring, memory serves me right, between 11:30 and midnight local time, which was coming up to 9 o'clock in the UK. Absolutely perfect in terms of getting the best and the highest possible audience for pay-per-view. So, the venue and the time of day are absolutely key to building that pay-per-view audience. And also, they're going to want that long lead in to build the likely numbers and to build the excitement around the fight. I go back to maybe the biggest fight I've ever covered in Las Vegas between Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. And Richard Schaefer, who at the time was the head of Golden Boy Promotions, was really, really pushing the pay-per-view. And he said to me, when they announced that fight a long way out, it took place in May, and it had been announced by Christmas time, the previous Christmas. So they had this long, long build-up. And Richard Schaefer said to me that by the time this fight comes around, there won't be a soul breathing in the United States who doesn't know it's happening. They might not buy it, but they'll know it's happening. So they'll need this long lead-in, Steve. And that's why I'm saying that it can't be a kind of a casual wait until we announce when it's happening. If it's going to happen in May, then we're going to have to know that very, very soon to maximize that pay-per-view audience, which is absolutely key to the total revenue.
Mike, the business is so different than when Oscar De La Hoya fought Floyd Mayweather. We're in a different world. We're in a world where you can reach so many more people so much quicker and easier. I think that the traditional pay-per-view, some of the great fights, I know we're going to talk about it a bit later on, some of the great fights in the 80s, They had a 5-month build, 22 city tours. That was the way you had to do things then. These guys might not even have a tour. They might just have one press conference in London or one press conference maybe somewhere in the Middle East and then get straight down to business, as long as they've got the training camp. And the site fee blows out of the water any of the potential gate fees, other than if it was Wembley 90,000 and 20,000 of those tickets were ridiculously priced. The site fee will guarantee that everything that's lost on the gate is made up for. And then the pay-per-view, I don't think we need these 3 and 4 month sales anymore. It doesn't work the way. Plus, these two, Mike, they've had a build-up. They've been snapping at each other for 11 years. They've been snapping at each other nastily and truthfully and very physically and visually for about 3 years. The fight was announced last June. So in the traditional world, I'd like to see it announced next week, and I'd like to see us packing our bags for July. I don't think that's going to happen. I think everything's going to be crammed and scrammed together. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying this is 2021. It's COVID. It could be really quick. How about this, Mike? How about we don't get them together before the fight? The first you see of them is the week of the fight. That could happen. As crazy as it sounds, that could happen.
Steve, I was just thinking, reading Eddie Hearn saying the build-up's going to be epic. Can you imagine, though, the first press conference, maybe, as you say, the only press conference? I mean, I can't see it happening without that, but that first press conference, imagine how you feel as you walk into the room waiting for that to happen. I mean, that's an event in itself. I can't see how they won't have at least one, Steve.
Listen, I'd like to think they will have one. Perhaps they'll have one like Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather had that time. When I was in the Mayweather camp, he's a boxer, and you were in the Conor McGregor camp, he's from Dublin. He's a dub. You were firmly in the MMA camp. We had about 9,000 people in Wembley. It was fantastic. And it was to watch two men wander around the ring that was only ringed in on 3 sides. Imagine if these 2 or 3 did this. Mike, they could do the same thing. We could have 50,000 deck chairs spaced 2 meters apart in Hyde Park, and they could be on some giant screen, and people would still sit in those chairs and lap it up. It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter if they're together. As long as they're together, when the first bell sounds at some point in May, June, or July, as long as they're both in the ring, then bingo, brother.
And in terms of people talking about it being a $200 million fight, Steve, you can see where that comes from, can't you? I mean, you're talking about a gargantuan site fee. If the pay-per-view over here was, for example, 40 quid a head, and I think that's the kind of direction we're heading in. If there were 2 million buy-ups, and if it's happening at 9 o'clock in the evening, I think 2 million buy-ups is a conservative estimate. That's 80 million.
So do I.
That's 80 million quid straight away, $100 million straight away and more. The site fee that you talk about, ticket sales, okay, won't make much of a dent, I guess, but merchandise, the international TV rights, the streaming rights. So you can actually quite quickly arrive at that figure.
I don't think you're taking a breath until you get to about $200 million, Mike. I don't even think you need to be too creative to get to that type of total. I really don't. The £40 is going to be heavily discussed.
Yes.
But I think there might be an asterisk attached to that, and that it's £40 for this one. The next one, when there's 70,000 outdoors in Las Vegas, or when there's 90,000 at Wembley, we're going to drop it down to 39 quid.
And in terms of the odds, Steve, I mean, we could talk about the fight forever, and I'm sure fans are already debating who they think is going to win, and we'll have plenty of opportunities to do that. But the odds, as we speak, are 7-4 on Fury, 6-4 Anthony Joshua. So Fury's quite significantly odds on at this stage, even though he himself's been making noises recently about inactivity and how concerned he is. But as you said right at the beginning, you know, he's a master of kidology.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're tight enough odds. I'm not surprised Fury's slightly in front. I think that's to do with what we saw in Las Vegas on February the 22nd of 2020 when he walked through Deontay Wilder.
Oh, EJ, I'm out, bro.
Destroying and ruining Deontay Wilder. And I think a lot of people from that fight, not casuals, just, you know, it's a horrible expression, casuals, but a lot of boxing.
What's up, bro?
I just told you I'm out. Was nice to catching up with you guys.
All right, man. Nice one. Take care, bro.
Have a nice one, bro. Bye.
Okay, yeah. Bye.
fans, diehards and guys that don't, or men and women that don't go to a lot of boxing, just watch the big fights. I think they would have seen that and they would have said to themselves, well, there's no way Joshua stands up to that. And that's what sells this fight, Mr. Costello. There's no way Joshua stands up to that. Boom. That's the punchline. That's the strap. Bingo. See you in Saudi in May.
And happening when both men are at their peak, and you could make an argument that actually they're still improving, like a throwback to the 1980s, which we'll be talking about very shortly, because what a time it is. We've got this breaking news, a huge step towards Fury versus Joshua sometime later this year, hopefully in the next few months. And that's after a weekend in which we saw one of the great fights of recent years and the death of one of the greatest ever to lace on a glove. This was our original podcast recording today.
There you go, man. There you go. Who's still there? Undisputed. What do you think of what you heard, bro? What do you think about what you heard? What's up, YG?
Yeah, what's going on, EJ?
What's going on? Go ahead, Undisputed.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Steve Bunce obviously coming with that energy, and I think it's going to be Saudi, and I think they're getting a bit. They're trying to think a bit too much like the promoters. Let's just take what we have. We have an announcement that the fight is going to be June or July. We'll work with that. We have an agreement that both fighters have signed. So more often than not, they're going to fight. And just go from there. All the rest is just hypotheticals. We don't know. We haven't seen the contracts. But what we know is what we know, innit?
But these guys are in the know, bro.
Bunce is in the know, innit? What's up, YG? What you heard of what you said, what you know, what you heard? Frank Warren's come out and officially said that they've definitely signed. And what's your take, YG? Go ahead.
It's gonna be on. I mean, to me, I really, like I've been saying for the longest now, I really don't care where they fight at. They could fight England, Germany, the moon. Regardless, Tyson Fury is gonna be the better boxer. So I'm just waiting till they dot the I's and cross the T's. But I like what they said about when they were saying, oh, if like the press conference, and the guy was saying like, oh, they could almost do it like Mayweather and Conor McGregor. And then I was thinking like, I don't really know if Joshua is really ready to have one of those press conferences with Fury, and I don't know if the rest of the guys is gonna. Well, Billy Joe's probably still gonna be training, but like I just feel like Tyson Fury is gonna really get under his skin if they do have those press conferences. Especially his father. I know his father gonna be talking mad smack.
They ain't gonna let his covert father come nowhere, and they ain't get under what skin. Listen, it doesn't matter what you say to AJ. AJ knows he's got the better pedigree, and he's gonna slap him up around the ring. AJ's a better Olympic, a better amateur. AJ's a better professional, and we gonna see. That's how it's gonna work.
I definitely would agree with you on that one, but then he let Big Baby get under his skin and Tyson Fury.
Well, YG, we don't know though because they never fought, so we don't really know if he got.
What you mean? What you mean? How we don't?
Let's go with that. He got under his. Yeah, he did get under his skin. But AJ rolled up on and talked to his mum though. What happened to that? When AJ talked to his mum, my man went and took drugs. So that's what we do know. So AJ.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. He got under his skin so much that he made him go to that. That's it right there. Like if he was mentally strong enough and somebody was just yapping, he would just brush it off like, I'm gonna see you in the ring. But what you could have got under his skin so much that he started to talk to his mom. He got out of character himself. That's what I'm saying. And Tyson Fury knows way much more about Anthony Joshua than Miller. Miller got under his skin just talking trash. What about if Tyson Fury go out there and spend a little bit of truth? And with the
AJ's got ammunition too. Remember the whole Nandrolone situation, but that's I mean, neither here or there.
Yeah,
I want to know though.
I get what you're saying. That right there, that'll get him like if he goes to those tactics, like how you saying, bringing up stuff about Tyson Fury, then he's already out of character because that's not him.
Okay, but YG, you made a good point though about the father. Is that going to come into consideration on where the fight is? Because if the fight's in America, we know that John Fury can't come.
No, but if I was
just talking about the press.
No, you're right. Inside America, you're right. The Furies can roll up now. The Furies be able to roll up down there because they haven't got the same thing they have in America. All them criminals can go there. All the criminals can go there.
But if it's Saudi, yeah, I think they can all go through.
They can all roll up. Yeah, they can all go through. But yeah, real talk. They can.
And I know John Fury was hurting after Fury beat Wilder. He was on the phone, like they're doing the phone interview. He wanted to be there. You could see it.
But John Fury, bro, he's one of them guys there. Like, he's just a biased dude, isn't it? He just no one could beat my son. Even when his son gets beat down, even his son's getting beat down, knocked out, he'll be saying my son's still better than him. You know what I mean? It's like Frank Bruno, his wife. When Bruno, when he lost, and Frank Bruno's wife said, Frank, he beat my mate, but he ain't a better man. Like Frank's better than him. And I was like, what are you talking about, bro? It's like rubbish, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like biased. I ain't listen to them. If you saw Joe Kawasaki, his son is the greatest of all time. So you're listening to biased people. Like, we're supposed to be impartial, and well, maybe not YG, but most people are impartial and like they don't really pick one side. But YG's jumped on the fan bus of Fury recently. He missed he missed the Wilder thing, innit? Because he thought Fury was gonna win, and because it was a black thing, he thought I'm just gonna jump on Wilder. And he said no more. That's it. It's not a color thing.
Now I'm with the Travelers.
Yo, EJ, you know that's funny because you know dang well that you had to school me about the whole Tyson Fury with the whole scandal that he had after he beat Klitschko. So you know that I've been on the bandwagon. I just stepped off for a second because of the whole scandal that was going on about him that I knew about, that a lot of people didn't know because only y'all knew from over there.
Yeah, why just
in America we ain't know about the farmer and all of that stuff. We ain't know about that until that came out publicly. Y'all knew about that way before that. Y'all knew about Shelly Finkel and them helping not Shelly Finkel, Frank Warren and them helping Tyson. Like, we didn't know none of that. Like, a lot of people over here didn't know.
Listen, all YG's trying to do, YG's just desperate for a win. He'll do anything for a win.
Nah, how am I desperate for a win? My young boy got the titles, man. You forgot my young boy from Brooklyn.
Hey, YG, what year is it, YG? What year is it, YG?
It's 2021.
No. What year is it, YG?
Nah, if Billy Joe pull it off, say it, YG. Say it, YG. Billy Joe pull it off, it's gonna be the year the traveler.
That's what's on, bro. That's what YG's on. That's my boy, bro. YG's on it. YG's lock, stock, and two.
Billy Joe, Tyson, then Huey.
All of them. Hey, YG's on it. Lock, stock, and two smoking barrels, bro. But this is what I'm about. But you see, YG, yeah.
Did you burn my caravan?
YG,
oh yeah, that's snatched the caravan.
Yeah. Hey, no, but listen to this. You see, YG, yeah. When the L plates come, when Fury goes timber and he drops down and don't get up, yeah, you won't see YG.
Same energy, YG.
YG will disappear. Like, you won't see YG.
Same energy, YG.
You know why I'm not going to disappear? Because Tyson Fury gonna have a rematch with a better training camp. That he gonna have 2 fights this year. So I said that's yesterday.
He ain't got no warm ups. He ain't got no warm ups, but
YG, same energy.
The same thing that happened with Wilder. And everybody better be aware of it.
There we go.
Joshua's best chance is the first fight, because the second fight, Tyson Fury is gonna get another training camp in. And he's gonna just be his second time fighting this year. He will knock the ring rust.
Right, YG, YG? Oh, yeah, there you go. YG knows he got ring rust. So YG, what's his strategy? What's Fury's strategy in this one? Come on, tell us.
I mean, I just think he going for the first 3 rounds. I think he gonna use the feints and the jabs.
There you go. YG knows he got ring rust. What do you mean feint and the jabs? Is that's how he's gonna win the fight, right?
Yeah, most likely the size. I really think that Joshua's gonna be a little shocked of how big Tyson Fury is.
Nah, they've sparred before. He's not going to be shocked about that.
But how long ago was that when they sparred?
I mean, he was still 6'9", and however heavy he was back then.
I know. Actually, I understand when you said that, but how long ago was that when they sparred?
They sparred early in his career.
So what? That was early before Tyson Fury went on the bench.
Yeah.
So that was after he was talking trash to him, because I see that part right there. I still don't like. You could throw that out the window, because that was so long ago.
There we go.
Like that.
No,
was
he's not going to be shot by the size, though. That's what I'm saying.
The mobile. I still feel what you call it, because sparring and the real thing is 2 totally different things.
Yeah, I hear that. All I'm saying is that he's not going to be shocked by the size of Tyson Fury. Like they've sparred, they've been around each other. He knows how big Tyson is.
Yeah, he sparred already. Why you don't know this stuff? You know, this is what I'm trying to say. Why you don't go? Why you ain't got? This is what I'm trying to say about the inside information. He don't have it like we do. You know, that's why I say like why you gonna take that L? He don't like it. He gonna get hurt up on this one.
Nah. Y'all gonna,
I think it's what you don't know is that thingy, yeah. When they sparred, AJ punched him up. That's one
he
thing
stuck it on him.
He stuck it on him, bro. That's what I'm saying. Why you don't know about that? And that's when he was an amateur, bro.
And that's Fury's own words.
Yes, he punched him up, and he also, he wanted another round, and then it goes, he wanted another round of it, and what's his name again? Who's the guy who owns the gym in Finchley? What's his name now? He said, if you want, you're gonna pay him, I'll put him back in there. If not, fuck off, innit? And Fury is pissed off. So AJ stuck it on him, bro. That's what I'm saying. Why do you don't know these stuff?
I get what y'all saying, but how many times we've heard people come out saying they beat somebody up in sparring?
AJ never won it. AJ never really did it. It was his trainer. So AJ.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying how many times we heard of somebody getting better than somebody in sparring, and then when it's time for the real deal, it's totally different.
It could be different. But my point is just that they've been around each other. They're not going to be shocked about what the other person is bringing in size and reach.
That's why YG don't understand. This is what I'm saying about YG and these predictions. See, YG's only going by what you look at through, but he don't go. This is what I'm saying about the inside information. When you get the inside information, like we do, YG sitting there blinking now. Look at YG blinking.
So what y'all saying is
YG stuck his neck out now. He realized he's gonna get rolled over.
So y'all saying for the first 4 rounds, there's not gonna be a filling out period by Anthony Joshua. He gonna just come out and get straight to it?
No, man, we don't know.
Well, we don't know. It might not be.
I'm asking, like, that's a yes or no. Do y'all feel he going, like, since he sparred him already and he's used to him, do y'all think he's gonna come out with in a filling out period for the first few rounds?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
He might not. He might just step to Fury.
Yeah,
like, that would be a first. What fight he's ever had that he stepped to the person from jump?
Dylan White.
See,
that was the one time, and he almost got rocked too.
You didn't think I had that one to pull out, did you?
Yeah, you're right though. That was the one time that he did come forward for basically the whole fight.
Yeah, he said I'm gonna bring it.
That's why I leave YG. That's why I left YG. Let's let him bury himself nicely. That's what I said. Just let him put the dirt.
I'm not burying myself because I'm still picking a better fighter.
You got the dirt. I see the dirt on you right now from the
better
TV
fighter.
Bro, your guy's going down and he's gonna get buried, bro. There's no rematch because AJ is gonna dust him out.
Hey, YG, if we see the souls of Fury's feet, what's the excuse?
Predicting that too?
If we see the souls of Fury's feet, what's the excuse?
Go ahead, YG.
And don't say ring rust.
Nah, if we see the soles of the feet, that means he got caught with a good punch. But I believe he's gonna get up.
All right.
Why do you don't go?
This is not. It's not like this is that'd be Tyson Fury's first time ever getting dropped.
All right, let me give you some facts about your guy Fury. Yeah? Let me give you some facts. Yeah, how he's a little runner. Yeah, facts. When Fury beat Derek Chisora, he dropped the belt to avoid David Price when he was undefeated. Facts. Fury's never defending the belt. Facts. Fury's fought Fury. Yeah. The only reason he's taking this fight with AJ because it's a big money fight, and that's all he goes after: money and glory. See with Fury, he looks at a certain guy like Vladimir, and he says he's old, and he goes in there. Fact, he didn't give him a rematch. When he goes to get Deontay Wilder, fact, he needed warm-ups. Wilder should have gave it to him. This one here, nothing. He's gonna come in. They're not giving him no confidence builder in this one. He's gonna come in and get slapped around me. That's what's gonna happen, bro. Trust me. Facts.
Nah, that all sounds good though, but the fact of the matter is, he's the better boxer the night of the fight. He's the bigger man. He's the more sturdier man. Mentally tougher. So it's like
he's tough though. He is mentally tough though. He's tough though. I ain't gonna lie, he's tough. AJ's mentally tough as well.
But YG, when you say mentally tough though, like let's actually look at it. Fury wasn't mentally tough enough to avoid all this mental health, drink and drugs, etc., etc. Whereas when AJ took a loss, not coming as an AJ fan, but when AJ took a loss, he went back to the drawing board. He adjusted. Wait, let me land. He adjusted and he got the W. So is Fury really as mentally tough as you think? Yeah, he got up from a knockdown, but in life he hasn't been the most mentally tough guy I've ever seen.
There was talks when AJ first left that he had the panic attack backstage in Madison Square Garden. There was talks of that. Like, I don't know how you remember that. Like, let's not sweep that on. The pressure was on. After he lost, he had to go to Nigeria to recollect himself. He didn't go straight back to England. He went to Nigeria first.
That was planned before the fight, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's because it probably was a bonus, what you call it. He had 2 flights. If I win, I'm going back to England. If I lose, I'm going to Nigeria. So like those are things that you got to see. You seen the pressure was on them.
Talk to me about Fury though. Fury, you say
pressure was on him.
What is he shown to be mentally tough to you? Talk to me.
What is he shown to be mentally tough? Well, we know what he was up against. We know the everyday struggles of the traveler. How y'all treat them over there?
Oh, get out of here!
y'all don't like they're not almost second class citizens over there.
What and what you think? Blacks are living the high life here too?
No. I thought we were talking about Tyson Fury. Well, we can talk about black people too.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So go on.
We talk about Tyson. So we know the struggles. We know
what are the struggles? What are the struggles? Because you're saying he's mentally tough. What are the struggles? What is making him mentally tough? What is he showing you to be mentally tough?
What makes him mentally? What you mean? What makes him? First of all, he's not really when he gets in the ring, we know that he's not a lights out puncher. So he basically he's using the jab in the feints. Basically what I'm trying to say, he's built to go to 12 rounds. Your guy really not.
No, but that's not. You haven't answered my question. I said Tyson Fury has faced drinks and drugs. He fell off a cliff. Is that mentally tough? Answer that.
All right. No, I hear what you're saying with that, but the word around the campfire is all of that stuff is rubbish. That what? Hold on. Let me finish saying what I'm saying. That basically they basically just put on that big act because he got caught with the testing before the Klitschko fight.
So is that mentally tough taking Nandrolone?
No, they were saying that that basically that all of that was just rubbish. That Tyson Fury just ran a big game to get out of the suspension.
Why do you looking like you got dirt on you, man? You're burying yourself.
Nah, man. Like, EJ, am I making this stuff up, EJ?
Nah, you're right. Nah, both of you are good big. And let me hear what my.
How are we, fellas?
Yeah, what's going on, bro? What's going on? What's your take on what you heard, bro?
I'm probably just more. There's a bit of feedback in the background. I don't know whose mic that is, but
I think it's your mic's a bit loud though. But go ahead. But you're all right. Though.
Sorry, bud. For me personally, I'm probably just very excited to hear this fight's. Got some progress to be officially made. I think I'd probably say AJ's going to have to bring it because Fury is definitely the more superior boxer. And he's definitely a 12 round boxer. That's, AJ likes to gas out after about the 8th or 9th, and Fury gets better as the fight goes on. So, I mean, if AJ's going to win, for me, he's going to have to knock him out within the first 4 to 5 rounds because Fury's rusty. Fury's very rusty at the start.
Yeah.
But if Fury gets in and starts to feint and starts to grab hold of AJ, he's in big trouble. Big trouble.
Yeah. That's what I see. If Fury gets in a rhythm, starts rolling, then AJ in trouble. That's exactly what I said. That's why I said the first 3 rounds, AJ start to put it on minutes. But after that, Fury starts to get rolling. AJ is going to be, he'll take AJ into deep waters. He's been 12 rounds many times, you know what I'm saying? AJ is not ready. So I agree with you, man. What do you guys think, YG, Undisputed? What do you think? You agree? Disagree? What?
Now, I think he had some valid points. He made a couple of things that I was saying too. That's why I'm surprised that I don't think AJ is going to come out strong, come out in the first few rounds and try to rush Fury. I don't really see him trying to do that move.
I think as well, you've got to look at it. Anthony Joshua hasn't fought anybody that's bigger than him or slicker than him. Right? He's never fought a supreme boxer. Let's get that right. Same as Tyson Fury. No one has ever been able to outbox him, right? But if you can catch Fury, you know, Emmanuel Stewart, the great Emmanuel Stewart said before he passed away, he said, to beat Tyson Fury, you got to knock that motherfucker out. Otherwise, you're in trouble. You know, I believe he wins by decision. I don't believe he stops Anthony Joshua, but I'd say he wins by decision.
Anyone gonna jump in that? Anyone got a ping? I agree with you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think AJ got to knock him out. But you know, either way, they got 2 fights. Like YG said, whatever happens on the first fight, got a second. Whether he takes a second is another thing. You know what I mean? My man, boxing fan, I don't know what he thinks. He thinks we're some sort of fanboy channel. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion, and we just we chop it up. Well, YG's obviously a pro Fury fan. So, hey, my man, where you from? Was it Kangaroo Jack? Where you from? Australia?
I am, yes.
Oh.
That fight, this morning when I got up on 7 News on Sport, it's all over the news in Australia as well. We're apparently trying to put in a bid for it to happen at the MCG, Melbourne Cricket Ground. So 100,000 stadium, we're trying to put in a bid apparently. So.
Oh, you want it? You want it in Australia? That'd be cool. Yo, what's up, Dwayne? That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool, man. Like wherever the fight. Oh, you know what? Being in Australia, that's where Jack Johnson won his fight against Tommy Burns. Actually,
yeah, Woolloomooloo, 15 minutes. 15 minutes from me, bro. Woolloomooloo. It's about 20 minutes from where I am now. That's where Jack, yeah. Near the cross there. He won the first African heavyweight champion.
Yeah, well, that was Rush. That was called Rush Cutters.
Yeah, that's the Woolloomooloo near King's Cross here in Sydney. It was about that was in 1908 or something?
Yeah, 1908 or so. That's hollow ground, man. That's where, you know what I mean? That's serious shit.
But Australia.
What were you saying, brother? You saying this fight was going to be in MCG?
If it's in Australia, though, wouldn't they have to like?
Are you talking to Kangaroo Jack? You talking with Kangaroo Jack? Yeah.
Yeah, is that what the brother was saying?
If it's in Australia, wouldn't they have to fight like in the middle of the day? What time is it over there right now?
About nearly 12 o'clock. That's why I was just out, EJ. So I just come back. I just been
No. Kangaroo Jack. My man Ned Carl wants to ask you a question, mate. Kangaroo. I think he's on mute. You're on mute at the minute. Let me take you.
Wait till he comes back.
Yo, EJ and the rest of you, I'm gonna drop off. But thanks for letting me chop it up.
Oh, that was good, man. Now you and YG, I enjoy you and YG, bro. I thought you were gonna do some more of that. I was enjoying that, you know.
YG and the rest of them, man, later.
Yeah, later, man. We got plenty of time before the fight comes, so we got.
Hey, YG, to break that down. Hey, listen. Listen, it's the back of the forwards. So far, it's been respectful. So that's the main thing as well. But like, hey, I never even thought about that. That's a good. If they put a bid in, if they've actually put a bid in, here he is. The old AJ fan. Here he is. Just jumped in. What's up, Dwayne? Long time.
Man said number one AJ fan, you know.
Come on, hey, what do you think about this? You just heard the announcement. Your man Flex. You know the bodybuilder. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen, bro? Come on,
Listen, this is what's gonna happen, innit? This is what I believe is gonna happen.
Yeah, go on.
If Fury, it depends. If AJ wins depends on how Fury fights. That's the only way I can see. If he tries to come with that Kronk style, put pressure on him, you know. No offense, but AJ ain't Wilder. You know what I'm saying? The Wilder looked flustered
that won't work.
When that happened.
Shit he did with Wilder won't work on Joshua. That won't work.
Yeah, that won't work on Joshua. That's what I'm saying. It depends on how. I agree that because Fury hasn't fought in almost over a year, innit?
Yeah.
So we're looking at what he fought Wilder in July or June.
February.
Okay, so this is how I see it. I see AJ's got to knock him within the first 6 rounds. But if Fury comes with all that forward stuff, he'll get knocked out. But I just think it's a bad matchup for AJ. That's just my opinion. I just think it's a bad matchup for AJ. I got Fury winning both fights, really.
Really? What?
But
what you say?
Yeah.
What? AJ's your guy.
I got Fury winning both fights.
You've jumped off the bandwagon. What's YG done? Nah, you're lying. You're playing.
No,
you're playing.
It's not that.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
It's not that. It's not that.
But
The
it's not
thing is,
hearing this.
yeah,
I've got a
the
headache.
thing
I got
is-
a migraine. I got a migraine. I can't believe I'm hearing it.
Listen.
I
I
just-
tell you
I'm
why.
like-
I tell you why. I tell you why. I tell you why. Because to me, ever since AJ got dropped by Vladimir Klitschko, yeah, he doesn't react well to punches. Remember, I've been saying this. I've been saying this for a long time. He doesn't react well to punches. He flinches a lot. You know what I'm saying? And someone like Tyson Fury, who's a boxing, especially in the heavyweight division, is probably the best boxer. He's gonna throw a lot of feints and stuff like that. AJ's gonna react to all that. Forgetting he's dealing with a guy who's got longer reach than him. He's bigger than him. He's taller than him. So Tyson Fury's gonna be all that leaning stuff on him. Like if we're being honest, if you watch AJ versus Pulev, yeah, towards the later rounds, Pulev was kind of bullying him. You know, he was. He was kind of with all that leaning and rough style and all that. It was moving AJ a bit. It was moving him. So I'm saying if AJ got to knock him out within the first 6 rounds to win the first fight, because obviously Tyson Fury's coming off rust and stuff. But it also depends on how Tyson Fury fights. If Tyson Fury boxes, he's gonna win that fight. He's gonna win this fight easy. But if he's gonna come with all this, I'm gonna come right at him, he'll get slept. He'll get slept. 100%.
Wow. I'm shocked.
100%.
I'm shocked.
I don't know, bro. I think
But I just think the fight is too big. I just think the fight is too big for Tyson Fury to take. And they also say that the better boxers adjust better in the second fight. So 100% in the second fight, I got Tyson Fury winning the second fight. But just the first fight alone, I think that's AJ's best chance. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think they're tough matchups for each other, bro. I don't think they've seen. I don't think they've really seen a style that can give them this much trouble as each other. Like I still think Joshua poses a lot of problems for Fury. Someone who can fight on the inside, who's strong, who can. I don't even know if Fury's got the power to keep AJ off him. So
see AJ, yeah,
I know Fury Joshua's respect, to be honest.
Yeah, I think AJ. See, the thing is, what you're saying, Dwayne. You're talking about the skill set and everything, but the thing is, AJ believes he can beat him anyway. Because straight away, when AJ beat Klitschko, who did he call out straight away? And he knew Wilder was sitting there. Who did he call out? Tyson Fury. He been winning that fight from been winning that fight. It's just one of them ones there, almost to the point that because he sparred him and he knows Fury, that's a guy AJ knows I could beat him. It's like when he see Charles Martin. He knew he could beat him in it. Kangaroo Jack's back. Kangaroo Jack, yeah. My man Ned had a question for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Now, what's up, my brother? What were you saying about the MCG? I just come in there, lad, when you were finishing talking about that. What was?
Oh, there was talks after the Mundine fight, and he fought that other guy, and Lucas Brown was on media, Channel 7, in Adelaide. That potentially the Victorian government have put in for that fight to be the MCG or Etihad or something along those lines. Saw a quick story about it. And I was like, no. Yeah, this putting in for the second fight or something along those lines.
I can't see with the Irish fella involved. I can't see this going anywhere but the Middle East. I think that's where it'll be. With DK.
Yeah, I can't see this going anywhere but the Middle East.
With DK from Dublin involved.
Yeah, the first fight will be in Saudi.
Yeah. Where are you from in Australia, Kangaroo lad? Where are you from, brother?
Adelaide, bud.
Oh yeah, I'm from Sydney, South Sydney.
Oh yeah, so this fight here is it's fucking huge, man. This is a massive fight.
Yeah, biggest fight in UK, biggest fight in British history, I'd say.
I'd almost say it's probably one of the. It's probably the biggest fight.
Done all this.
Yeah.
It's a shame. COVID just went and ruined everything.
Fight since Mayweather-Pacquiao, probably in world boxing, I'd say. Biggest fight since Mayweather-Pacquiao.
I think as well, keep in mind,
Pacquiao, they weren't in their primes. This is actually probably the best fight in a long time where two guys are in their primes.
But I mean, in terms of big, Mayweather-Pacquiao was still a bigger fight.
Yeah,
it's a global. That was huge.
I'm a bit nervous at the second. I think there's a lot of shit going on behind closed doors with it officially being announced by the big kahunas, Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Frank Warren. I just fucking hope that it doesn't fall through because someone's...
My man, you gotta allow the F-bombs, yeah? Because, like, I got monetized. If you keep getting on, I'm not going to get paid for this. So, if you can say F, just say the F word or whatever, but don't swear, yeah? Carry on.
That's going to be hard for an option. That's going to be hard for an option.
Yeah, my other channel got demonetized because I was letting Dan the man came on F-bomb up the whole thing, bro. and it's like next you know I'm demonetized.
Gonna
You
be
didn't
hard
put
for
a
an Aussie.
foul. Yeah, because when you put the videos down, you have to put that they got foul language down. If you don't, anyway. So I'm just letting you know. Gyron.
Hard for an Aussie.
So, sorry, but it's part of our all-day sentence here.
I said, like our language, bro. I said to him, it's our language.
But I think that there's a problem behind closed doors with maybe the promoters, broadcasters, or whoever. But I just hope no one. I hope it doesn't fall through, or one team doesn't agree with, just a small little crappy things that go on with the whole contracts and all that. But I just have a feeling they might pull out. Someone might pull out. It might be Fury. And it'll happen next year, early next year, or something crazy is going to happen. I don't know about you guys, but
why would he pull out, man? He's in great shape.
He's probably just been Kangaroo's just probably been a bit paranoid. I get
man. Look, you've seen him. He looks in great shape, man. He looks.
But I understand him. We want to see this fight, so you always
remember
till they get in the ring.
All I'm saying is remember this: when Big Baby Miller was about to fight Anthony Joshua was very easily and quick to get involved with the press conference and mind games that Big Baby Miller played on him. Fury's already started. So if Anthony Joshua, if Fury is a very, very good at getting in the mind of the other, that's why these press conferences, Anthony Joshua may not even show up.
Nah, man. You see, the thing is, if you look at the mind games, yeah. If you look at the mind games, though, you look at the mind games. Who got in whose heads? AJ waved at Big Baby Miller's mom, and that guy went and took drugs, mate. So what I'm saying is that the perception is that when someone. The perception for everyone on the outside is that the bottom line is that you look at pedigree. He's got the better amateur. He's been the most consistent world champion ever. They ain't got nothing to be scared about. These are just words, bro. Like there's nothing that ain't got.
One thing I would say
for us listening, that might affect us. But you gotta understand, like if you look at Dillian White and AJ knew you could beat him. It's just one thing you're gonna beat him. So this is all you know is. This is to sell the fight to get people, the casual donut share, to pay money to pay the fight. That's all that is. That the fight is that don't mean nothing.
And you can tell Joshua didn't like
the one thing I will say,
that's the difference.
The one thing I will say that is different between Big Baby and probably someone like Fury, you're forgetting Big Baby was the first guy to proper put hands on AJ in a press conference. The way he shoved him, he shoved AJ's soul out of his body. Let's keep it real.
He never turned up. Why he didn't turn up though?
No. But what I'm saying is, I don't think the press conference.
He didn't turn up. You know why he didn't turn up?
No, EJ. What I'm saying is, EJ. What I'm saying is, I don't think the press conference antics is gonna work for Fury against AJ. That's what I'm saying. You're forgetting Big Baby got in his head because he shoved him. That's what I'm saying.
If you look at
all AJ's press conferences, they're really dull.
Yo, you're right. It was what he said about his mom what got to him. Not the pushing him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all that stuff. I don't think Fury will go that far. You know what I'm saying? Fury.
No, he'll go that far. You know what? He might as well. Yeah, he might as well. Like because like he feel like he's disrespected. Listen, gloves are off as soon as the fight. When the press conference goes, gloves are off. My man's gonna say all sorts of things. I'm telling you, bro. He's gonna say he's the biggest muscle-bound guy. Look at your robot. He's just gonna be on it, bro. Trust me, he's gonna lay it all loose, bro. People gonna.
I think it also as well. From what I've heard in this, this live of a lot of you fellas, and I've heard it in other lives. I heard it before Fury fought Deontay Wilder the first time. I heard it the second time. You're completely dismissing Tyson Fury completely, and he's going to come in and he could arguably school Anthony Joshua with his boxing skills. Like you can see it. You're not big. Don't be stupid. Tyson Fury's a slicker boxer. We all know that. No, you don't have to be dumb to sit there and go Tyson Fury has more in his arsenal than Anthony Joshua. So you'll see.
This is 50-50. Joshua could knock out Fury. Fury could beat him on points. I mean, it's a 50-50 fight to me. They're both the two best heavyweights in the world. Anyone could win this fight. And if anyone writes the other one off, they're a fool.
Yeah, that's right. It's this it. Comes down to game plan and strategies, and comes to mind. The mind game's already started because Fury acted like he was going to the pub,
and anything can happen on the night. We look at Fury versus Otto Wallin with that big cut in his head. I'm telling you, if he comes with that cut, if AJ gives him a cut like that, you think he's gonna be the same going up against a guy like that? Nah, bro. Nah. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Fury potentially could have lost that fight if they really stopped the fight. but they let him fight on because it's Fury.
Yeah. But hey, that's
We're
what
being
they got.
honest.
That's what they got rid of Ben Davis.
We're being honest.
That's what they got rid of Ben Davis because he was whack, man. You don't know what he's doing. Ben Davis is an idiot. What's you know about
So, you know what I'm saying?
He's not up to world class level. Ben Davis.
He'll be there. Yeah, he don't know nothing, bro.
He might. I reckon he'd be all right at domestic level. He's a good, probably.
No, he's not. He's not
I was trying to be nice to him, EJ. I was trying to be nice.
He's not even good nowhere. Fury's dad knew what it was, yeah, and Fury's dad was the reason, yeah, why Fury changed the whole team because he saw what was happening after.
Ben Davis is a glorified fitness trainer.
Yeah, he is. He just come along, bro. You guys, yeah. I don't know how it is these days. But people think all the fighting is done on hitting pads. No, man. It's not. That's not, man. It's not. There's more hard work behind closed doors. The pads is the showmanship. It's the showmanship. You know what I mean? And Ben Davis does that the whole majority of the time. Pads, because all he's saying is that everything you throw, you're gonna hit, you're gonna land. And that's not how boxing is. YG's been quiet in this one because YG's been getting that work, innit, YG? Huh?
No, I've been letting I was letting the microphone go around, letting everybody say their points about what they had to say, but we know what it is. They like the main for people that's going for Joshua, the main thing that they have to worry about is him not getting tired, because if he starts to get tired around the 8th, 9th round, it's really over. He might get stopped.
Fury's got to put in work though. He's like, I don't know, man. We'll see. The fight's been made. If you're a pro Fury guy, this ain't gonna change your mind. If you're an AJ guy, you're gonna stay with AJ, and they're gonna find out. Let me ask you a question though. Whoever wins or loses, are you still gonna be on YouTube? That's the question. That's the question. People are gonna be upset. You're not gonna tell you, bro. Like, this is what really happens. Like, people lose it. Like, yo, I don't want to take. Like, YG's definitely gonna fly to another country when I come after him. That's how it works. Like, people be disappearing.
The AJ fans disappeared when he lost for the They came back around Christmas time after Thanksgiving.
Was still there.
That first fight, boy, they was hiding.
No one went nowhere.
Channels come down.
No one went nowhere. It was just it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But Fury,
his biggest supporter was Edgeno, and we see how his.
You know what? If one of them lose by knockout, does it diminish their career? Like, let's say Fury gets flattened by AJ, does it mean everything he achieved was whack and he was overrated? If AJ,
because Fury got the built-in excuse that he ain't fighting 16 months.
I know.
No, he gonna say that. If Tyson Fury go out there and like say Joshua jump on him, like how some people thinking he jump on him in the first 5 rounds and knock him out, he gonna really feel like, yo, I should have. He gonna be mad at himself and say he should have had a training camp before that. We know that's coming. Especially if he gets sparked in the first 5 rounds, he definitely gonna feel like that happened because he ain't boxing 16 months.
Where are you? Can I ask a question? Where are you getting these massive? Where are you getting all these thoughts from? Like, where are you getting the whole AJ's going to come out the first 5 rounds and put it on Tyson Fury? I don't understand where this is all coming from, because AJ doesn't fight like that. He's not. If AJ comes out and is I call him a bit. He's very stiff the way he fights. He's a 1-2, 1-2. He doesn't throw many combination. He doesn't throw those herky-jerky sort of punches. And he definitely doesn't put it on blokes because he's open to be hit. Now, Fury, with his wild punches that he likes to throw from all angles, could catch Anthony Joshua and put him down. And we know if you catch him, he's finished. We haven't seen that with Fury. He'll get back up. We've seen him get up from Steve Cunningham. We've seen him get up from Deontay Wilder. So, the fight... The way the fight pans out is depends on how Anthony Joshua approaches the fight. If he comes in and approaches it the way he did the second time against Andy Ruiz and tries to outbox Fury, he'll get dominated. If he comes in and tries to put it on Fury, we know Fury can lean all over him and make it a dirty fight. We know that. So
we don't know that. That's what we don't know. That's what you don't know. That's what you're assuming. If he tries to lean on Anthony Joshua try to lean, Anthony Jr. slip him. He's slipping, and Anthony Jr. is very good at mid-range, innit? And like what I'm saying is that the way the fight, when it's not really about Fury, it's about Anthony Joshua, what he's gonna do. You
You know what I mean? Or what Fury's, because Fury, in the day, Fury's underestimated already. Like the stuff you mentioned, that's what Fury knows he can do. Now, the thing is, yeah, can he, like, because I see him, he's shorting up his punches. He's going to try and catch AJ coming in. So AJ's got to try and do some feints as well before he comes in there and gets his shots in. But it's about angles to me. You know what I mean? Hit. And when Fury's trying to hit, be at the side or don't be straight in front of him.
Yeah.
You know, Fury's still got them gangly arms. And if you hit him, he gets wobbled and he got both of them been down and got up. So I expect AJ to get up anyway. And AJ, when he got knocked down by Ruiz, he kept on getting up. He didn't lay on his back, did he? You know what I mean? He got stopped on his feet. Right? It's just that he was indecisive about the referee looked that he didn't want it. So when it comes down to the fight, yeah, no one's really wrong. It's because it has to be seen it. But what we do know, and they mentioned a little bit of sparring that AJ was getting the better of him. But listen, I'll be honest with you. In terms of the knockout or the points, it might go to the points and come to be a draw. Could be a draw. Like no one's even thinking about it. Could be a draw fight. Yeah?
And both fighters have holes in their game. I mean, we've seen Ruiz, how Joshua, got stopped against Ruiz, but we've seen Fury have a real tough time with Otto Wallin, who's not an elite heavyweight. So both of these guys have got holes in their games. I mean, so there'll be opportunities for both fighters. I think this is going to be a competitive fight. I don't see
you did take into account that Fury was fighting with one eye since the 7th round against Otto Wallin.
Yeah, but that come from a punch. That come from a punch. Wallin caused that. That's something.
Of course, but after of course, 100%. Of course, 100. I agree with you. But not only that as well, Fury was completely dominating him on the cards, outboxing him the whole fight. You know,
yeah, I had Fury win most of the times, but I still think
it's like where you put, when you see, the thing with Fury is he likes to degrade himself when he fights lower opponents. He comes down to their level a little bit.
Yeah,
and then when he fights the big fights, when he comes up against these big opponents, he seems to rise to the occasion and he gets better. Sorry about the language, he rises up.
Yeah, you do have a point. I've always said Fury. I've always said that Fury can be with the best of them or with the worst.
You know, the thing is, this is what I'm saying. It's got people like that involved in it, so we're glad it happened. And this is only the announcement. So when we get to the press conference or the thing, you can imagine how people are. But I'll be honest with you. Everyone is not wrong in their opinion, yeah, and everyone's steadfast in what it is. This is what I'm saying to you. So what I'm saying is that we're gonna have to. It's one of them fights that we have to see. We can keep going around circles, and I don't mind it, right? But I don't mind it. But
yeah, we all got.
I love it.
Yeah, we can pick holes in each other all the time. In opponents.
Kangaroo's got Fury. EJ's got Joshua. I've got 50-50. So we've got different,
Yeah, YG's got Fury in it. And most even in the chat, it's like 50-50 in the chat. So it's just one of them ones that have to see what happened.
I'd like to know.
You're gone.
I'd like to know for you fellas. I think we've gone on about. I think we've come to the conclusion now that Fury and AJ, it's a 50-50, it's a toss-up. It's whoever's going to on the night, etc., etc. Who are the from 3rd down to 6th? Who are the other heavyweights for you that if given the opportunity after these belts are vacated when these two fight each other, who's going to snatch up a belt? Who deserves a belt? Who do you reckon is going to get an opportunity? Through the ranks.
Well, I think Usyk and Joyce winner, if that fight goes ahead, the winner of that fight has to be up there as well. I mean, you got Dillian White, Pavek, and winner, they'd still be in position. And who knows, maybe if Wilder and Ruiz could maybe hear talks of that, if they have a fight, the winner of that would be still in.
I want Wilder above everyone. Like I want to see Wilder versus with AJ for the longest, regardless. Like that's the one I want.
Yeah, I think if Joshua beats Fury, Wilder and Joshua will pick up a lot of steam. Because people still want to see that fight.
Dillian White. You know what? Povetkin knocks out Dillian White. He's back in line, And you like Joe. I got Joe Joyce beating Usyk. People are like, "What you crazy, EJ? Joe Joyce beating him." I think Joe Joyce is coming off. He's fighting better opponents at heavyweight. He's been at heavyweight.
Right, bro. That's a big challenge.
He's a slow. He's just slow though. But other than
that, I tell you what though, he's given the opportunity. I think if I was in charge and all that, I'd throw this guy just a title shot because I think he's one of those lads that consistently comes out. The gatekeeper for the heavyweight division, and I'd put him up against the top fucking Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora. I'd fucking pay for Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder any day of the week and twice on a Sunday.
Yeah, I like Derek as well. He's a test for anyone. He gives anyone a fight. I like
Derek. Derek. Yeah, he's had a title shot.
He's fighting Parker, isn't he? I heard he's fighting Parker.
He's had a title shot against Vitali, so he's had a title shot. But Derek is alright. I don't know, man. Like, real talk, yeah. Like, he was shot time ago, but if you're a world champion, you've just got a belt. Yeah, give him a shot. Give him a title shot. Give him a title shot.
I think he's fighting Parker. I'm not sure. I think he's fighting Parker. That's what I heard.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's on the ropes. I think that's in the talks, but I don't know if Joseph Parker wants it. This is what I mean. Joseph Parker seems to be fighting all these tomato cans down here. You know, like he just fought Junior Farr. He'll probably fight the winner out of Golan and Lucas Brown.
This guy's
He probably
Oh,
fight.
well, not right. He just had a big victory over the New
This
Zealand.
guy's killing me, bro.
New Zealand
Bro,
DEA. Had a
Bro,
big
this F bombs is too much, man. This F bombs is too much. He can't help it, bro. I can't help it. Listen, listen, in any case, yeah, I'm gonna bring this to a wrap. I've been on for like 2 hours, getting 3 hours though. But hey, Kangaroo Jack, man, it's great having you over. Ned Carl, YG, and all the people in the chat, man. I really appreciate all you guys coming over. Listen, any other breaking news, I'll definitely go live on it. And you know, to be honest with you, they got some fights coming on this weekend. I'll probably cover it. Ortiz versus what's his name again? Oh, what's that guy? Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz versus what's that guy's name?
Maurice Hooker.
Maurice Hooker,
yeah.
Yeah. I'll cover that fight as well and some other fights, but I really appreciate you guys coming over, man.
Yeah,
man. And if I go like I said, if any other news comes on, I'll go live straight away. So shout out to you guys coming over, especially you guys from down under.
Your defense is terrified because Fury's on fire. Ooh, shout out.
you guys are all in. All right, man. You guys take care. Ned, nice.
Peace out, my bro.
Before we leave, though, you know the one of the best parts about after the fight when Fury win, Fury gonna get the singing out there, man. Woo.
Well, you talking about he's singing what? What's he gonna sing? You crazy, like no.
Let the good times roll.
You think so, YG? You think so? He ain't gonna get a chance to sing nothing when he can't, when his teeth are in the ground, when his teeth are down his mouth. How about that? How about that, YG? How about that? And you know what's funny, right? You and TBA, you and TBE yesterday was hilarious, bro. I thought that was your brother. You two sound similar. You know that? Yeah, that guy. What you talking about? You know the guy said he was talking for America. The two of you yesterday was funny as hell, man. That was a good backwards and forwards. But hey, listen, the fight is officially been announced, YG. So I don't want to hear Dan the man come back out here and say I'm not too sure if it's on. Yeah,
he was. I was on live with them last night.
Yeah,
it was for them, and I was telling them
that was chatting rubbish, bro. Because that was I don't know, man. I heard from Gareth A. Davis because he didn't get a chance to break the news, man. The news got broke. Frank, you heard Frank Warren, right? I played it earlier on. Did you hear?
Yes,
what Frank
I heard that part.
Okay, then that's it, man. That's all. The Frank Warren's made it official, so it's over. He would have liked to done it at the same time, but the fight is initially announced. It's official, so let's get it on, and people can't wait, right? So YG, hey, listen, go ahead, YG.
So Frank is not able to pull those strings to get Tyson Fury's license back in the UK. That's a dub.
No, the fights are not going to be in the UK, so it won't matter.
I'm saying, but he can't get his license back.
No.
It's not.
He got to pay fee. He got to pay fees, bro. He got to pay fees to UCAD. He's got to pay fees for the bands, and he's got to pay a little. You know what I mean? He's got to pay a lot of money, man.
A nice bit of chunk of change, right? So that ain't happening. Yeah. I would think they would pick up the fees. They wilding because you know how much money they leaving on the table, the revenue they would bring in if they would have.
He's not worth it. He's not worth it because he brings a certain
amount.
No,
I'm talking about the governing bodies that want.
I'm trying to say he's not worth it. I'm trying to say he's not worth it because of the drama he brings in it. It's not worth it to them. That's what I'm saying. It's the amount of stuff. If they try to talk to him, do you know how many times they've fined him? YG, they've been finding him from Derek Chisora's first fight. No, the second fight. They've been finding him from then. Do you know how long ago that was? Every time he fights, he does stuff against the board that they keep suing him, and it's not good enough. He don't listen, so it's not worth their while.
It's debating the win.
Yeah, Anthony Josh is still a license holder. So when they go over, when the British Border Control go over to represent, because they have to go to represent Anthony Joshua, they look after him. So you have when Tyson Fury's got someone from America will come over and represent Tyson Fury. That's how that works.
All right. So I learned something every day I talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a YG. Hey, we're chatting a bit though. Yo, for everyone listening.
You know what's good to I know you had to smile too because I brought up a lot of points that you put me onto.
Yeah, I'll give you too much information, bro. YG the walking handbook here, the notebook. That's a good YG the note. YG the human notebook, bro. It's like he said this. I'm gonna use this read in my book, bro. YG ready to go. But the good news is Frank Warren has admitted the fight is signed, so he's corroborated what Eddie Hearn's come out and say, because I want to hear, because I already knew like Eddie Hearn ain't lying. The only thing is, he goes, where is it? Where is it? I don't know. It's better. I don't know. So you guys need to calm down, man. Yeah, you need to calm down, man. So, you know what I mean? It was good chat. And this is the first time I opened the hangle. But the thing is, I just realized when I open the channel to everyone, yeah, people don't understand about the thing. I'm gonna on this chat, on this live, I'm gonna have to put swearing and whatever.
Yeah. Sometimes,
yeah.
You know, our energy's up. We got a fight that a lot of
Yeah,
people
but I
want
don't
to
mind
see.
though. I don't mind though. But
Is a coin toss.
YouTube's.
You know, I was just thinking too, like, yeah, you're right. Eddie really doesn't lie. Besides when when he said that Anthony Joshua was gonna come and take over the United States market.
He took over the United States,
and also when he tells fighters like, "Don't worry about it. Sign with me. I get you every fight that you want." That's when when he lies to you.
What he makes? Does he not make fighters a lot of money? Tell me no.
No, yeah, they he gets the Zone and Sky Sports to pay people, but his fighters don't get the fights that they want.
Yeah. Well, Devin Haney, you talk about?
Devin Haney, Kell Brooks didn't get the fight that he wanted. Who else didn't? Andrade is not getting the fight that he wanted. There's a Usyk didn't get the fights that he wanted.
You're right.
Like all the people that's basically been over there just recently, they're not getting the fight. Dillian White didn't get the fight that he wanted.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. Some of them not getting the fights they wanted, man. You make a good point. But anyways, YG, let's bail out. Hey, anything else, guys? We're gonna come in. Me and YG and the rest of the gang will be on it, man. Nice, thanks. Come over. Peace.